Hi, Chris.
How's girls camp, buddy?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
Are you back?
Yeah, I'm back. I really kind of a funny thing. I left my computer charger at work, so I'm currently driving to my job site to get my computer charger, and then I'll be headed back.
Oh no.
So I can talk. I'm just driving there, get it, and come back, and I'll get on. That's my bad. I'm just an idiot.
That's funny. Don't want to be an imitative idiot.
Nice.
Here you go. It's Chris right now.
That's pretty funny.
Oh man.
Girls camp was great.
Nice.
Did you went to girls camp?
Yeah, I was a priesthood leader up there at girls camp.
He was a participant in the girls camp games.
Was that for your ward?
Yeah, for my ward. You have to have 2 priesthood holders at girls camp to for them. So they needed some volunteers, and I teach. About half of them are in my Sunday school class, so I volunteered.
That's pretty fun.
And I brought Bailey with me, so it was even more fun.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, I heard that she did like a 4-mile hike or something.
8-mile hike.
8-mile hike? Holy moly!
Oh, right, because it's supposed to be 4, but it was 8, or they thought it was gonna be 4,
Yep.
or something like that.
Yeah, they thought it was me 4, but they did not realize that it was 4 out and 4 back.
Despicable. That's like the
Typical.
encampment.
Honestly, literally, like what a typical thing for a young women's group to misunderstand how long their hike is. Like, how many times has that happened?
That's so true.
So sick.
Like, how many times? No, but seriously though, how many times do you listen to the testimony meeting after girls camp and they tell you a story about how their hike was harder, was longer, they didn't bring enough water?
Yeah.
We all died, and I knew the spirit was with us when we died.
That's like That's like the encampment. Were you on your mission, Chris? You might have been on your mission.
I don't know. I don't know.
I think it was my senior year.
Yeah, no, it's definitely my mission. Yeah.
Yeah, but there was this overnight hike, and it was supposed to be 9 miles. There was like
right back.
3 different groups that got lost on the way up because they thought they got to the 9-mile mark and were looking for camp, and it was actually like 14 miles in. Crazy. Like, we're at the right elevation and 9 miles, so I guess let's just look around. They got off the trail. It was just crazy.
Classic. But Bailey walked all 8 miles, no complaining. Like, she just enjoyed every minute of it. And I knew that at 4 miles, I was like, this is going to turn into a really hard for her. So I just started she started singing songs, telling me stories, and just trying to keep her talking the whole time.
That's cool.
And then we saw a bear. We saw a brown bear.
Ooh, Mom said he saw a black bear. Brown bear would be a bit scarier. Mom's a liar. Just kidding, Mom.
About 60 yards from us.
Like a black bear is no big deal. You can freaking wrestle that thing.
Grizzly bear? Not so much.
Yeah. Kodiak bear? I eat those pancakes.
Oh, Kodiak bread is so good.
Yeah.
Frick yeah, extra protein.
We just did their muffins the other day because they're
their muffins are great.
Yeah.
This is sponsored by Kodiak.
That'd be nice.
We wish. Kodiak. Bomb's about to explode.
We just watched the Minecraft movie.
Oh, that sounds
That's a
fun.
decent. It's not awful. It's good.
It's not awful.
Yeah.
It wasn't good.
It wasn't good, but it wasn't awful.
That's too bad.
But they it's PG, but while I'm not saying it was bad, like should have been PG-13, but it definitely pushes that envelope of PG.
Oh yeah.
How many F-bombs?
Like
At
there was
least
a
three.
lot of sexual innuendos, and most, if not all, for
It's Jack
kids that are
Black.
younger than 13 will understand them. But like they were there, and they said ass and hell quite often, which again aren't that big of a words, but like for my 6-year-old, like my 5-year-old, I don't necessarily want that in a PG movie.
That is interesting.
Yeah. I don't think it should be, but
Standards are changing.
Yeah, for real. Like it made me really question, like, do I really have to like pre-watch or like read like what it's rated for now in a PG movie? Like,
I guess that part would be the parental guidance
parental
part.
guidance, yeah.
Good point.
But I mean, I feel like before you could just like, oh, it's PG, okay, and turn it on and
Yeah.
and it's fine.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, PG, it definitely, like, it feels like Scooby-Doo. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Scooby-Doo, it's PG. You don't have to worry that, Scooby
Scooby-Doo
and Shaggy
PG?
are going to be ripping a bong or something that you have to, parentally
Um,
guide out.
I'm pretty sure they were.
Well,
That's-
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's not shown.
Man. Well, be 4 of us? 4 of you? John never messaged, so I don't expect him to be on. I'll just kill him off real quick. It'll be easy.
Yeah, he's a glass cannon.
Done
Yeah,
with
he
it.
is. He's a side character. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. No, he is.
He wasn't even part of this campaign, man. I might be periodically yelling at my kids, so
Nice.
the world was ending. I wanna be next to you.
Dang.
Almost heaven. West Virginia.
So at this point, are you guys just waiting for me to get back to my house?
How long would
Pretty
drive is
much
it?
looking like it.
I think that and potentially Shane.
because like I don't know if we were waiting for other people, then I would wait. But like,
How long are
You
you
want to just get going?
gonna be?
I'm almost to my job site, and then then it's like another 15 minutes back to the house.
5-0?
1-0.
1-0.
15. One
So it'll
five.
be
1-5.
I'll be
1-5.
pulling into my house about right around 10.
Okay.
Okay.
You are number 1 on the order though, so
And
Right. That's just
also,
reason. Which is the
Thank
reason
you.
why I was like, we can go to my turn. When I get to my job site, I can pull up my D&D Beyond on my phone,
that'll
take my
work.
turn, and then I can drive while the rest of everybody else takes their turns.
Yeah, that can work.
Sorry about
Yes,
this.
sir.
I feel like an idiot. I just forgot my freaking charge.
It's pretty
There we
funny.
go. Chris.
You know that GIF on your phone with the Homer that goes into the lawn,
Yeah.
to the bush? I feel
Yeah.
like that Homer guy. I feel like Homer right now.
Well, we can get the intro, I guess, and do a recap real quick, and then
And by then I'll be in my job site. So
yeah, I have the D&D Roll for intro music. I shorten it down for like a little
Wanna share your screen?
intro jingle, so that way it's not as long. Or we can listen to the whole thing
You could
might as well listen to the whole thing.
if that's what you want.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to the table where grown folks escape reality. And
This is the cut down
everyone's
version.
A hero. D&D roll for
Nice.
it. Math rocks and make believe. Got legends up our sleeves. From golden to soccer practice, battling ancient orcs. We escape our daily grind as suburban dungeon dorks. So grab your coffee and leftover pizza. Leave your stress outside the door. Cause when we need to save the kingdom,
Roll for it, Chris.
Organ breathes fire. Roll for it.
Roll your car for it.
When the stakes keep getting high,
The four-sided.
roll for it.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's good.
And a D&D roll for it, or a bunch of us tired and tired and hungry, husbands and fathers, nerdy,
Yeah.
lots of adjectives.
Burnt out.
Burnt
Lost.
out. Sit down virtually and play Dungeons and Dragons with our friends. If you haven't done so yet, go ahead and like and subscribe, and we'll get the God War music going again. All right, bit of recap action going on here. Pretty straightforward, I think. God War.
We had quite a few people almost die last time, so Crimson
Yeah.
did die, but then he became, brought back to life by his
Yeah,
god.
I think I was surprised by the initial onslaught of fireballs because
Yeah.
the 2024 rules have changed a few things, and the pit fiends are pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
So that was pretty rough, but you guys ended up taking care of them. I mean, how many did you grapple? 3 of them. Threw them in the fountains. Killed one with another one. Big Fear was just doing his thing.
Does.
And Moloch, one of the pit fiends killed Crimson. Carrie brought him back up, and then I think Moloch killed him again, and kind of unceremoniously, ceremoniously was like I'm tired of you. And then he's like, yeah, well, check it out. I'm Mistra's chosen, and as you've brought him back up for an hour to be an indestructible force to be reckoned with, and that's my fault for making something so powerful, and now I regret it. As well as Vin's ability to take on avatar form, magically take on avatar form, has an ability, not as a deity actual ability. So, but other than that, I mean, you guys pretty much worked your way through. There was a lot of HP, a lot of blood spilt.
Yeah,
Big Fur's
on both
gone through like
sides.
500 HP, like something crazy. Because when you drop down to 1, you go back up to a lot, and then
Yeah,
also all
I
the
mean-
second wins, the healing from carry.
Yeah, I know for a fact that I've done between him and Michael at least 250 HP of healing. So, I mean, it's been a lot.
And
I used
Imhotep's been
100
on
of
his.
all of my laying on of hands.
And
too,
Imhotep's
so
Oh,
been
yeah.
like
50.
using his ring of flying and just like floating outside the tower, out of reach.
Yeah, I really haven't been touched other than a couple of things.
Yeah.
But that's just because I'm
Sensually.
just out of the range of everybody. Exactly where I want to be. I'm ready to go when you are.
Cool. Well, top of the order, bring it in
Uh-huh.
with Imhotep.
$34 to hit
Yeah.
against Moloch. Against Moloch, by the way.
Yeah, right.
18 damage plus Hunter's Mark, 6 damage plus 2d8, 9 damage. Second attack at advantage because he's vexed.
Go next.
23 to hit.
23 does not hit. It glances off his shoulder pad.
Ouch.
You must roll the 1.
And I roll a 3. 35 to hit.
And that'll hit. Barely.
21 damage plus
Dang.
Hunter's Mark. 5 damage plus 2 more d8s. 12 damage. And let me double check something, and we're good there. And that's my turn.
All right. He doesn't like getting stung by all these little wasps, but he has to. Now, something I haven't really used a whole lot of. I've used it here and there, but Moloch has this little whip. It has a 30-foot reach, and if he moves over just a step right here without getting outside of your guys' area, he can reach this stupid wizard that was doing so much damage.
Oh man.
And he's going to go ahead and use his mini-tailed whip. And that's...
I love how he said he doesn't use it much, and he's used it every turn.
Well, he hasn't taken full advantage of the
range.
range. Yeah, so that's 29 lightning damage and 17 thunder damage. He has 28 health left, so he is just like that. He is now unconscious.
Very unceremonious. How much?
I need,
how hilarious would it be if I just keep
You just keep
bringing
him
him
up.
back? It actually is going to happen just incidentally, I
Let's
think, but
let's
not
do this
intentionally.
here. It's not unceremoniously. I've got to let's do this right here. Awesome. Voice changer, please. After the last round of spells coming out and the boom, 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 he's like, you know what? It's time to say bye-bye.
I am inevitable. Your struggle is meaningless.
All right. That was sick. Good job. Thank you.
You
And
bet.
I guess technically he can pull him up to 30 feet as well. So he's just going to get him right next to him. So why not?
Hmm.
And then his second attack with the many-tailed whip is going to be at Carrie.
Oh, by the way, when he makes that attack against him, I attack him
Yeah, you better.
with my
Defender.
defender. Is it Sentinel?
Yeah. Maybe. That's when you can move is also when he attacks.
It's when he attacks somebody other than me. I can't remember which. Anyways.
You use the heck out of Sentinel, so I'm guessing it's that one.
Yeah, it doesn't say that though, but I know that there's one I have.
Oh, bummer. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and roll then. You can figure it out. Carrie, does a 23 hit?
Yes.
Let's go.
I
right.
think my AC is quite
Yeah,
low.
it's Sentinel.
26 lightning damage and 23 thunder damage.
Okay, I don't believe that I
49.
am invulnerable to either of those things, so
It's gonna hurt. And then make a strength saving throw for me to see if I can pull you.
what? Sorry, I'm
Strength
trying
save
to.
after.
Yeah. I need to full screen this. I put a second little monitor on my desk, and I
Heck
just
yeah.
was trying to split screen that, and I'm just not used to the minimized version. Natural 20, but it's for a 20. Does
Oh.
that save?
What's the?
Does the
what's,
20
is it
automatically
26?
win?
No, it doesn't. Unfortunately, not for.
Okay, then no. I have a
You
plus
get
zero.
a plus
so.
5 from Carrie.
Wait for saves. For saves, I think
or
it
not
does.
from Carrie, from you. From
I think it's just
you
skill
get a-
checks that don't. But I think saves do.
Oh, okay.
you get a plus
Nice.
5 from Crimson, by the way.
It would still
Yeah.
be under 26.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think
I
natural
think they
20 is
do.
save. Yeah, it's
Yeah, I
skill
think
checks
they
that don't. So
That's a great time
so
to roll.
yeah, no kidding.
Well, Chris isn't here to rebuttal that, so.
You're right.
Because I'm hurt. Like I'm hurt.
Yeah, that
Actually,
did a lot of
I'm a
damage.
bird, right?
Oh,
By the way,
yeah, you
27 to
are.
hit.
So that might
carries.
take me out of bird form, but I was at ground level anyways. But let me just proceed. That doesn't. I don't think
27
it makes any difference.
does hit. Yeah.
Oh, you hit me. Oh, you hit me again.
No,
No, I hit
Oh, okay.
he is. Yeah.
for 24
25. And I can't move.
plus. You can't move. And I'm pumping a 4th level divine. Oh
It's
no,
a
I
bonus
can't. 'cause
action, right?
It's just yeah. So it's just a 2d8 inherent divine for 9 damage on top of that.
Not bad.
I
Okay.
don't think you can pump that in. That's a.
I
isn't that
can't.
a bonus action to
It's a
do?
bonus action. Yep.
Yeah, to pump the divine smite, but he gets the inherit bonus.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, it's a good balance. I think paladins were already broken enough.
Still on that.
Okay, yeah. So
Still
that
are.
that knocks me out of my. I have 60 temp HP, and I'd already taken some damage, so that takes me out of bird form and back into carry form.
Copy.
Oh no, I don't think it knocks you out of the form, right? In the new rules.
I believe it does. Let me just look.
Oh, that's wild shape. Never
Yeah,
mind.
that's wild shape's different than
You're right. Shape change. Yeah.
shape change. Yeah.
All right, now he's gonna go ahead and he's got his Infernal Claw and Horrid Bite, so he's gonna make a Horrid Bite attack against Big Fear. That was a low roll. 19 will miss. Dang, that's a really good attack. Oh, and then a natural 1 for his Infernal Claw. So there's that. There it is.
Sweet.
All right. Next up
Does
is
that end his
Crimson.
turn?
The luck of the
Yeah,
dice.
that'll end his turn.
So as he swings and misses, Big Fear will take a deep breath in, activate a new rune, and blow a ton of smoke right in his face. He has to make a wisdom saving throw or be charmed.
Let's see. He is
I know you're
immune.
immune to charm. but
He is
have fun with
immune to
this.
charm.
Let's have fun with this. I blow a ton of smoke and it's a bunch of weed, so he's just trying to.
You notice as the smoke comes around him, he's like,
Maybe I enjoy it.
he's like, it's nice, but not nice enough. Some dank weed.
This is a rune I've had this whole time and never been able to use because everybody's immune to this, but I wanted to use it at least once. So,
Yeah, all
and it's
bosses
the
will be.
stone rune. It's the
Stone rune of all runes.
Of
course it is. Jinx. Jinx again. All right. I mean, what's he gonna do? He's gonna move in, right? That's what Crimson would do. WWCD.
Invulnerable Crimson.
And he's gonna make his. He's gonna say something cool like, "Moloch, blah 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 blah," and then he's gonna go for his attacks. And I'm gonna give him advantage just for you guys around him. So. Oh, nat 20, mother trucker.
Hell yeah, baby.
And of course, he's gonna dump his smite in that, right?
Yeah, he is.
So.
Which doubles not only. It doubles it because he's fiend. Here we go, baby.
That was very weak for that. And then let's see. I don't even know how many he gets. Maybe you know.
So he gets 2 inherent. What level of smite
max,
is he
dude.
using?
Let's go. What level does he have? Max level. What level is that? Level 4?
5?
Oh, looks like he has
4?
1 5 level. Yep, he has one. He has one
Okay.
5.
So that is 2 plus 12. So 14d8.
All right, here it comes. That's a big hit, huh? Holy!
Oh man!
Wow.
79 plus 14. So that's probably the biggest single hit, I think. 80,
93.
93.
And Shane wasn't even here to witness it.
And I did it to myself. Stupid.
So funny.
Ooh, I should have rolled that. Oh, let's mark that off. Well, at least he can't hit me with another smite. Where's this? There's his sword. All right, and then I think he gets another attack, right?
Crit doesn't double the divine smite, does it?
It doubles all dice damage.
Oh, then that's 28d8
What? What? How?
because it's 6. He's a fiend, so it's 68 plus 2d8 inherent, or 1d8. So that's 7d8 times 2 for
14.
crit, which is 14d8 times 2 because he's fiend.
Oh, just times 2 for crit.
Okay.
And then the 22
Yeah, you're right.
will miss.
You're right. Because it doesn't double. The fiend doesn't double. It just adds an extra dice.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And then he's not happy with that. This is probably going to be this one. Go ahead and read these ones for me. Man, this is so just like he's not here to know the kind of damage you just did.
I know.
His loss.
No! This cannot be. I sacrificed everything. Impossible. I transcended morality.
Mortalities. You did that on purpose.
Morality. Just kidding.
You're dumb.
Marginality.
He definitely did transcend morality as well, but he might have been born that way.
With that, for his legendary action, he's going to cast a spell. Everyone's going to hate me for this one. An aura surrounds him, and all magic dies within 10 feet of him. Any magical effect, any magic runes, any magic abilities, every bit of magic that is on your equipment, including his own, is nullified, and no magic can come in or out of the circle.
Great.
And his last attack. So your avatar is gone. That's a magical effect.
And they can't come back?
Once you leave the circle.
Okay.
But you're a melee fighter.
Yeah, great. Okay.
This is his last hurrah, because that was a lot of damage, and I don't know how much longer this is going to last, to be honest.
That is tough.
It's within 10 feet of him.
Yeah.
So that's going to be about like that. Let's change this. Look, it's the primary colors.
Primary colors are 1, 2, 3.
Okay, there we go.
Dang.
What are you trying to do?
There we go. I think I detached both of them. There.
There we go.
The only thing that can continue is artifact or deity magic, which, unfortunately, the power of Mystra is considered deity magic.
Is my avatar form considered deity magic?
Nope, it's an ability that you get from your class. All right, Ragnar.
Dennis?
Yeah. All right. Run, 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 run. Oh no, I feel so weak, but I just got level 20, and now my strength and constitution are really big regardless of my belt, so I can still hit very hard. I'm playing all my characters. I don't want to worry about the Eldritch guy anymore. He's as good as dead. Sorry, John.
I would have been able to heal him, but now you've got this anti-magic field, so...
This is true.
Is this anti-magic field limiting our visibility at all, or no?
No.
Okay, fine.
There would be a minus here on his weapon, which is a plus. Oh, it's a +3 weapon. So it's now a +0 weapon, so 25 misses. Sorry, Ragnar.
He is flanking.
He got advantage on it.
Yeah, he...
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
A 33 minus 3,
hits.
that will hit. A 30 will hit. Yeah. Good job, buddy. And I think he'll go ahead and use... This is why you don't want me playing your character, because I don't know your guys' abilities that well. I think he's a Brutal Strike.
Mm-hmm.
To do an additional 2d10 damage.
So he gets rage damage, so it's 4d6 plus 2d10.
Good thing you guys pay attention. That's one hit right there. It's 27 plus 10 plus 16.
So 27 plus 26.
It's 53.
53.
It's a pretty big hit. Okay, and that's his turn. And as a legendary action, Moloch is going to... he's not going to use his whip because that's now basically doing nothing. So he's going to make a horrid bite attack against him. Against Ragnar. And because all the magic is stripped away, his armor class is knocked down. So... verify. Am I still getting over a cough I've had forever? I think I'm dying.
Damn.
Maybe pneumonia or something. I don't know. So ring of protection +2 might take away that. All right. He hits. So that is 36 plus. He has to make a con save or take 34. So his con save is 20 minus any magical effects on him, -2 because of his ring. So 18, so he fails. So he's going to take the full damage. So 36 plus 34, 80 damage to Ragnar. And he is not looking good. And now it is Big Fear's turn.
Yeah, Big Fear's gonna run over to here, 15 feet, pick up the unconscious wizard.
Here, I was going
And
to
then
kill that guy.
And then bonus action, second wind.
Ah, because now you can get away without... Oh, is that magic? Nah, I feel like that's...
No, it is not.
I feel like it's not, yeah.
It's a
That's
class.
a fight. Fighters aren't magic.
Yeah, no,
You get 21
exactly.
hits.
Exactly. It's like the one class that gets away with it. Except for the runes, but...
So I will pick him up, and I will move him another 35 feet over to here. Set him on the stairs.
All right.
And yeah. Oh, and then since how... Yeah, no, that's good. I can't do any other actions. So, yep, that's it.
Okay, you were heroic. You saved him. Could have easily just let him die.
Does your big fear come back automatically when you leave that anti-magic field?
The magic doesn't dispel. It is just nullified within the sphere. So I'd say yeah. I'd say that you get him back when you come out of it. just like when you guys went against Hundar, the same exact effects, right?
I guess, you know what? I still have like 3 more attacks because I used 1 attack to pick him up, right?
You should
So I'm gonna
pull
pick up
Ragnar out too.
I'm going to pick up Carrie.
Oh, nice.
And I'm going to do him
Oh,
over here.
I thought you were going to bring him in.
And I'm going to set right here. So if the whip is coming, I would consider them like half cover or full cover standing behind me. So, you know.
There you go.
I like that.
So
I would
would
consider
DM
that full
consider
cover.
that?
I would consider that full cover. It's a big bear.
Yeah.
And
That's
then,
a wall. That's a tower.
So actions in combat, would you consider the dodge action an attack action or a full action?
Dodge is an action. If it's not,
Okay.
if you're not able
It's a
to use it
full
as a bonus action, yeah.
Okay. Never mind then. I was going to take the dodge action, but that's my last 2 attacks, but
Right.
fine.
Yeah.
I think that'll end my turn.
So final, yeah, that was. I mean, that was a good turn. You saved his life. He's now going to roll for death saves here. Let's see, where's he at? Hey, Chris, welcome back.
Hey, sorry about that. My daughter called me, so I.
Oh, it's all good. So Moloch used his whip and brought the Eldritch Blade guy down to 0. Then he cast during his legendary action anti-magic field, so it's the only way he can even possibly fight these guys at this point, which nullified all of Big Fear's magic inside the sphere, all of Vin's magic inside the sphere, and Ragnar's. The only one who isn't affected is because he's directly being affected by his god is Crimson. So unfortunately I couldn't nullify him. But Crimson, with my roll, ended up doing, was it 93 points of damage with a critical hit?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was cool. I think that was very neat. So now I gotta make a
Pretty
death
neat.
save here. That's neat. Alright, so he's gotta roll a d20, right? Is there any con for a death save? Or is it just d20? I haven't rolled any of these myself. You guys know?
I don't know off the top of my head. I would think con would be involved, but
But
I don't know.
what's the save
Death save.
for whom?
For Eldritch Blade Master Vite Winterface.
Oh yeah, is it just a D20?
Straight
roll.
d20. Okay.
Straight D20.
Nice. Success. Okay. And now, as the end of those turns, it is Moloch's last. Oh, he's a mythic action still. He's gonna use his legendary action to hit Ragnar again. We're gonna do another Horde Bite because it's gonna do the most damage. Yeah, that'll hit. Okay. 36. Where's he at? He's raging, so this is fire. So he takes half damage. Let's see if he can save con here. -2 because, oh, nice. Yeah, he'll save. So he'll take 36 divided by 2 is 18. Damage. And then he takes half of 44, so 22. And he is now unconscious. So Moloch reaches over with his big maw, just dripping with fire and necrotic energy. Like poison is dripping out of his mouth. He takes a bite into Ragnar. And although Ragnar's able to withstand a lot of the damage, he was already so hurt that he could not withstand it all. And he's now unconscious. And with that,
This is but a taste of the agony I'll rain upon this world.
Okay, Vin, you're up.
Okay. Wonderful. I'm gonna step out
You're gonna step out,
of his magic circle.
so he's gonna make his reaction against you.
Have fun.
He's been enjoying that horde bite. We're gonna go ahead and go for it. So while you're in that, you don't have any magic on you, so a 21 minus all of your armor.
It does not minus my armor because my armor is an artifact.
Damn!
Wait, why wouldn't it go away?
Artifacts
and
and deities.
magic
Deity magic do
don't-
not
aren't
nullify.
affected.
Really?
That's
Did not
And
know
you
that.
decided to give me an artifact, so screw you.
but that's your only bonus though. And if that's a +3, then it's still 21. Everything else is nullified.
Defender's not there anymore.
No rings, no capes, no nothing.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
naked with your plate. 21.
That does hit me.
Yes. So you'll take 53 points of fire damage and make a con save. And you don't have an aura. No aura for you. Your aura's
My aura
Bad.
is part of my armor.
your aura is not part of your armor. Your paladin aura,
Oh, paladin aura.
so you don't get a +2 to your saves.
Yeah, but that's a paladin.
Magical
It's still,
effect.
it's still magic.
Magic.
It's still magic.
Okay, sorry.
Learn how to
Say-
breathe good
I
like
got
me.
60 damage. You said 60?
53 fire.
53. I'm resistant to that.
Good. So you'll take 26.
26. So I need to.
27, sorry, round up.
Are you naturally resistant to it?
Yes.
Okay.
He's a
I
fire
was gonna say
dragon.
because any of our potion stuff is probably also negated by that.
Correct.
27.
And then make a
And then-
Constitution saving throw. 26. That's gonna be tough without having your aura. I'm just excited to hit him.
Yeah.
He's a dragon, and then he
Saving throw
was
of
an
26.
avatar.
No, it's not 26. It's half of that. 13.
No, Constitution saving throw from my ability, not your concentration. You don't have concentration.
You're right.
Just make a con save for me.
30.
Minus what?
Minus. I don't have. Let me see here. What is this from? Minus 2. 28.
That's minus all your magic. Damn it. Okay.
Yep.
You'll take half of this then. Roll it out for you, baby. So you'll take half of 55.
Half of 55, so 28.
28.
Okay.
All right. And now you can step outside and get your magic back, but you can't come back inside.
No, I can't.
You're going to abandon your friends? This is so unlike Vin. I think you should probably rethink that play. Come back in.
The water's fine.
We can try to stone him again. Maybe it'll work this time.
Dang, I really expected you to just go ham with your attacks.
Well, I'm trying to think. Would Vin know if dispel magic dispels abilities?
You wouldn't know. You can make like an arcane check if you want, but you wouldn't know if it affects this or not. Given that Austin doesn't know, I would say Vin doesn't know because Vin isn't anymore. You've only seen anti-magic field once, and it was an effect that was put on a horde of dragon stuff.
Choose one.
Die.
Choose one creature,
There is that,
object,
that's true.
or magical effect. within
Anti-magic
range.
cone of That was the
Hold
worst
on.
when you guys jumped on top of him and were all
Choose-
surrounded him, so I couldn't do anything with him. I'm like, where do I look?
Choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any ongoing spell of level 3 or lower on the target ends automatically. For each ongoing spell of level 4 or higher, make an ability check using your spellcasting ability.
Go for it, brother.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
try
is that
it.
are you trying to dispel anti-magic build?
Chris, don't intervene.
No, I was asking because if
He's
you
going
know to
to
help
attempt.
clarify how it worked. But okay.
You have to roll.
Well, but if it's an anti-magic field, it's technically a magical ability making. No, it's not.
It's an
anti-magic.
anti-magic ability.
Yeah, never mind then.
Just roll
wouldn't
for
be.
it.
No, I'm not going to.
Okay, he's gonna stand outside and look pretty.
Ew.
He's gonna get back in there. I don't know why I walked out. I regret everything.
I mean, yeah.
You see as you step out, like the avatar form comes back around you, like Goku and Super Saiyan, and you walk back in the anti-magic and
I
sad.
don't really know what else to do.
Well, Ragnar is
I mean,
lying unconscious on the floor.
I know he is. I don't have any healing abilities. I used all my leg on hands.
But you've got movement. You can get him outside. I'm just saying.
But do I have enough?
We got Mark over here like catching flies.
Bugs in my face.
Okay, I'm gonna go over here. Pick him up.
Dash away,
And
dash
move
away,
him.
dash away, y'all.
Here. Jeez.
Half movement while you're carrying somebody.
Then he only goes here.
This is not a place you want to put him unless you want him to die ultimate death of forever.
Why isn't this sticking on him?
Sticky. All right. While he's figuring that out, Carrie, you will be up next.
Oh boy. Well, at least he pulled him out of there. What I'll do depends on where he ends up. So,
I end up here. I can't move him anymore.
okay. Are you still in that field, or are you out of it?
Yes, I'm in it.
Okay. All right. Well, bonus action. I will turn back into an eagle.
Hold on. I'm dashing since I didn't do anything else, and I'm going to go.
You can dash with him if you like.
Yeah.
Move half, or you can drop him and move full.
I guess I could dash with him,
Carrie's an eagle.
and I will bring
There's
him
an eagle.
over behind this bush, and that's my turn, right there.
Carries an eagle as a bonus action, and he's gonna fly.
Fly with me.
Let's
Where's
see.
my eagle? It's all the way back here.
Thank you.
Go, go, giant eagle.
And while he's on the ground here, I'm just gonna. Okay, so while he's on the ground here, he casts. Let me just. I had it all figured out, and then this whole situation arose.
I tried to gather you all together.
No, it's perfect. Yeah, so from right here, centered on this point, mass cure wounds will get everybody that's not in the anti-magic field, including John's character. So let me hit everybody with some
Alright.
healing here.
Is this the 700?
Huh?
Is this the 700 heal?
No, no.
Oh.
That would be amazing. No. Sadly, I'm pretty much out of everything big. This is like a little one. And not bad. 26 healing for everybody.
Yay.
And then he will fly up 50 feet. And that's it.
Ooh, nice. Ragnar. Said 26, right? 26.
Yes.
Okay. I smell popcorn. I think Cindy's making popcorn, or she's burning on the house. That's scary. But I know I saw popcorn kernel sitting on the counter, so I think that's it.
It's definitely one of the two.
Cindy, if you're
Only
watching
one of
this, hopefully the delay isn't too lagged that you know what's going on. Okay, well that concludes this round, and Imhotep, you're up, sir. Imhotep is one who shoots him in the face, because he's brave.
Imhotep!
If you are watching this, it's because I have passed away into oblivion.
Imhotep.
Imhotep is up right now. We're going to wait for him to go.
Imhotep is down to shoot him with your arrows. Get him in the face.
Oh wait, he isn't. Hex is a magical ability, and Hunter's Mark is a magical ability.
Yeah, that's really crappy. I don't like that, man.
I know.
Also, the anti-magic field doesn't say anything about deity magic or artifacts, but I feel like, oh wait, here it is. Ongoing spells except those cast by an artifact or a deity. There it is. I knew I saw it somewhere. I was like, am I just being nice? Because that's awesome. But no.
Can't be that
All
overpowered.
right, Chris, you're up.
All right.
Malagalaka is the place to say.
So I'm gonna tell you guys a really funny story real quick. So I got all the way to my job site.
Oh boy.
I took my wife's car with my wife's keys.
Yeah.
With my wife's keys.
Way.
And which means that the keys to my job site trailer are on my keys, which I didn't have. Oh man.
What a rough night.
Wow.
just okay, just hey, well at least you have your phone. Hey, when you're the DM next time we play, make sure you got your computer.
Dude, the amount is too.
This is a really funny predicament. This is a really really funny night for us. Missing a couple people, missing a computer. Just happy.
Anti-magic field.
Anti-magic field.
Okay, so what's the magic anti-magic field look
Mark's
like in
getting attacked by
affecting of
flies.
Imhotep?
Anything Imhotep casts or shoots into it loses its magical abilities. You can still
Right. So, okay, that's the question. So it's centered on Moloch.
Yep.
Yes.
It emanates from him.
That's okay. Then okay. So
He loses
I mean,
his hex and.
I know what he loses. He loses everything. I know what he loses. I don't see the battlefield, so I don't know where the anti-magic field is located.
It's just emanating around him. So
it's centered on Moloch, so it doesn't matter. I lose my magic stuff. Okay.
Yeah, but your magic attack
22 to hit
still has 22. Is that a natural 1?
4.
I'm so used to rolling high. That is going to bounce right off of his shard plate.
A miss again.
Damn.
And 23, a miss again.
Wow.
What the heck, man?
That's Imhotep's turn. It doesn't matter if there's an anti-magic field and what nullify, because I can't hit this broadside of a barn right now.
Haha. You have just... I think he's going to get back some of his swagger after that. Because he gets another round.
Hey, how far away am I from Moloch? Am I far enough away that I'm like not anywhere near?
You're far away, but not far enough. I mean, he could probably fly over if he wanted to.
How far away am I from him? Am I more than 80 feet away from him?
You are 55 feet. You want to
move me to where I am 100 feet away from Moloch. Take me off the battle map again.
Yeah, no kidding. 20 more feet this way. That should be it. This is funny.
And that's my turn. That's my turn.
Okay.
I've devoured demons stronger than your entire bloodline.
And he's going to use his wings to fly up over Crimson, still within his melee range, not causing any issues there. 5 feet. Yep, just a little jumpy jump over the top of him. And now you are all in my field of magic energy.
Except for Carrie.
That's right. Wild shape wouldn't fall under that, though, would it?
No, it would not. It is no longer a magic effect. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Wow, that's weird.
Yeah, but he sees that you got Mr. Wizard over there brought up. So he also sees Ragnar is up again. He sees Big Fear is looking a little small. Let's see. Let's go ahead. You know what sucks is that because he's in the anti-magic, he can't do magic. Right?
Yeah.
So he's limited to a many-tailed whip attack that does not deal magic damage, or his natural fire and poison. I think he's going to go ahead and use his many-tailed whip on the wizard. And that is a 20 to hit, which minus all of his magic stuff. So that's going to hit. And he's going to do... Oh, wait, that was the wrong one. It was a... Whatever, it's 24 to hit. Same thing. Okay. So he's going to pull... Let's see if he makes a save, I guess. Strength save. I guess he gets a natural 20. He could save. Okay, he fails. So he's going to pull him in. And he's like, I want you down! And the whip doesn't do any damage because the thunder and lightning is all magical effect. 29 to hit with his Infernal Claw. So he's going to do 32 points of force damage. That's going to be enough right there.
Sentinel.
Again. Go ahead.
Nat 20.
Oh!
Nice. That's a good time for it. The crit isn't like Scooby-Doo, and you use your sword and cut out a hole in his anti-magic field, and you get magic through the...
And I
You
get
wish.
Divine Smite! No.
You wish, sucker.
Yeah, I mean...
Straight
there you
damage.
go. Straight damage. Straight damage.
Is Divine
So
Smite magic?
4d6 plus your strength. Divine
And
Smite is magic.
Is it
Strength.
just strength and...
Proficiency is to hit.
15.
So whatever
Why
you
is this-
rolled plus your strength.
So... 4, 6, 8... 11... Say 17.
Dang, you're still... Wait, how's your strength so high, boy?
I have a 6. I have a 23 strength.
That sounds magically imbued. So minus... What's the magical effect
Oh,
of your
what the
strength?
heck, man? The belt of Stone Giant strength is canceled?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your
well
natural strength of
then,
18?
16.
16?
Plus 1.
So plus 3.
Okay, so plus 3, so then that's 14.
Okay, 14 damage. Okay, now his next attack is going to be... that was really funny. Against Ragnar. He's going to hit that many-tailed whip again. He's going to hit 37 and no damage because it's all magic, but he's going to bring him in close. He's going to make his Horrid Bite attack against him with a 30 or 28 to hit. That is going to be... Oh, because he's unconscious, he's no longer raging. 37,
Yeah,
37 points of fire, and he is not a fire-type Dragonborn, so that is going to be full damage. So that's going to be unconscious. All right, both boys are back to being unconscious. Ragnar feels pretty full of himself now. Let's see. this one here. And then it'll be Crimson's turn.
One less insect to buzz around my throne.
Alright. Mistress Holy Avenger is technically an artifact, so he'll still get his full hit. Oh, does he get flanking?
Yeah, he does.
Technically no, but I'll be nice about it.
Technically, no. What are you talking about?
Well, he's not technically flanking.
I thought it. Oh.
Flanking would be like you and Big Fear, but I'm allowing it because 3 enemies on one guy is pretty tough. Regardless, he misses his first attack. 20 does not hit. And then a 27 will just barely get over the AC for a...
Wait, his non-magical AC is 26?
Yeah. He's got shard plates, artifact baby.
Oh.
12 damage. And he can't use a Divine Smite because that's magic. Does he get inherent demon damage? Did you get demon damage on yours, Sven?
No.
Okay, no. 12 damage.
He... Does his sword...
He can't use magic through a sword. Just the sword itself can deal damage.
Okay.
Okay, but with that, Moloch is now going to use his legendary action, and we're going to go for an attack against Big Fear because you saved them last time. Horrid Bite. Oh, that's low, but 20 minus all of your magic bonuses. Will that hit?
Minus all my bonus, I'm 20.
Nice. So 34 points of fire, and make a con save for me.
Okay, while you're in the middle of that, I'm going to use my reaction to use Stone's Endurance, which is a physical thing due to the...
Goliath.
It's a physical... Yeah, it's a Goliath thing. It's not a... something else.
It's not magical.
So, it's not magical.
It's
Oh, wasn't that
bloodline.
great.
Ooh, so 32
So,
damage.
I take 8 damage off of it. So, alright, so 8 damage off of what now? 32 is
34.
the number? 34?
8 off
So
34.
26.
26.
26.
And then make a con save. 26 to save.
Okay. This number is just going to be -2 from whatever I roll here. So 30 minus 2 would be 28.
Nice. So you'll take half of 41 necrotic damage that is dripping poison from his
21.
fangs. So 21.
Right.
All right.
And runes aren't active, so yeah, there's no resistance on that.
Right. All right. Ragnar is up, and he is going to make a save roll a d20. There's a failure right there. Okay. You see blood start looking like come out of Ragnar's mouth as he's laying there unconscious. And Big Fear, you'll be up next.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna do what I do. So everything is -4 from whatever I'm rolling, just so you're aware.
Okay.
Easy way to do all this. There's really nothing else to do here, so.
I mean, you can
I
hit
get
him.
advantage on it.
You do, yeah.
Right.
Ooh. Oh, -4.
So 26. Right? Oh yeah, sorry, -4. So yeah, 22.
They'll miss.
I'll miss. Nope, that'll miss. No, 23.
23 will miss.
Or 20. Sorry.
His
Wow,
AC is
yeah,
still 26. So you need to hit a 30.
Sorry, I didn't roll advantage on that one, but let's go.
Go ahead and see if you get it. That'll hit, but
Okay, 31
Yeah.
-4. Yep, that one will hit.
Mhm.
Okay. This number -4. So 10 damage.
10 damage. Right?
Oh, there we go. A nat 20 and a nat 1.
Oh, wow.
Advantage roll.
Okay, double the dice.
Double.
Not that it matters. 10 damage.
Not bad though. He's looking pretty rough.
The power. It's slipping away.
Oh, sorry, I can bonus action, so I'll just do this while he's doing it. 29 healing.
Nice. Is action surge a bonus action, or is that just a free action?
Action surge is a free action. Bonus action is second wind,
Nice.
which is what I just used.
Did I already drain you of your of your
Action surges?
action surges?
Yeah. Wait,
Dang.
yes? Yeah, I'm pretty sure those already got used up.
Dang. Okay. Nice.
Oh,
Big
no, that's
fear.
right. We took a super long rest, didn't we?
We did.
Yes, we did.
Oh,
So I think you used
Yeah, whatever.
maybe 2 of
Whatever.
them. How many do you have?
I've got 2 of them then.
I mean,
No, I think you only used. I don't remember.
There was the whole
I
pit
have-
fiend situation even after the long rest.
Oh, that's right. I don't know why it's not in here then. Yeah, they were. I'm pretty sure they were both used up.
okay.
So,
Yeah,
it's
just go ahead and mark it off. Okay, gotcha. Okay, end of that, and Moloch is going to make a.
Wait. For kicks and giggles, I'm throwing a fire rune on that second hit that he hit.
Even though it won't do anything.
Oh, that's true. Never mind. I can't use my runes anyways.
Sorry.
No, it's
I know
fine.
it's so anticlimactic.
Just disable my character, you know?
Yeah. Let's go with a infernal claw against Vin.
Big fear. Come on.
Going with Vin.
Luck die used for disadvantage.
Okay. So 24. Let's roll again, or a 34. So 24 will hit.
Fine.
20, there's a 24 hit.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does. He's at 21 AC minus magic.
I use my last. Oh, never mind. I can't because my blood maledicts are no longer effect because they're anti-magic field. Never mind.
30 points of force damage.
Damn.
Do you have a infernal wound yet? Make a Constitution saving throw for me.
That's a. Yeah, move out of the way. I can't see it. That's a 26.
Oh, damn it. That's it. Okay, so you don't lose any max health. Good job. All right. Dang, I can't believe you only get -2 from magic effects. Okay, Eldritch Blade is going to make his death save here. Oh, wow. That's a fail for Ragnar and a fail for him. You see his wounds are just starting to bleed out, and his body's like starting to spasm a little bit. Then you're up, sir.
Oh, wonderful.
You going to try to back away again so I can hit you?
Blinker, blinker.
I know. All right, Vin. What you gonna do? What you gonna do with that dessert?
Man, it just seems like his body's just sitting there, isn't it? Loot that body. Gonna loot that body. I should. I should go steal Ragnar's sword and use it against this guy.
That's true. It is an artifact. It would technically still work.
Is it actually an
I should
artifact?
go take it and use
It's
it.
It's an
Wait a
artifact
minute.
weapon. Yeah.
I grab his sword.
You're not attuned. You're not attuned to it though.
True.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, you're not attuned to it either.
No, he's making
I
a
know.
joke though. Yeah.
I was making a joke.
It was funny.
Oh, shoot. Okay, never mind.
You know, good thing you said that because I probably wouldn't have even remembered attunement.
You're welcome. I would have just dropped my shield, used it as just a normal sword without attuning to it, because it's still better than my fist at this point without magic.
Oh right, yeah. Vin, what's left to do, bro?
Oh. Okay, well, I'm just going to hit him because I actually get a higher bonus than I thought.
Loot that body.
Does a 27 hit?
Yes.
A 27 will hit.
For that is 24 damage.
It'd be at 2d6 plus your strength, buddy.
And my heavy weapon fighting.
Oh, Okay.
That's an extra 6.
You said 24.
Oh, actually, it wouldn't be an extra 6. It would be. Hold on.
Yeah, it would be.
It's
No,
proficiency.
since
bonus.
it's my ability.
No, it's proficiency bonus.
Is it my proficiency bonus?
Yep.
Hold on.
Not hold on. No, you're going to tell us to hold on. Get back to it.
Come on, buddy.
Yeah, you're right. So it's 6.
Wait.
Okay, hold on.
Wait,
it's not.
you told me to hold on because you're questioning my knowledge?
No.
Lame-o.
It's not 24 damage. It's
Try again.
It's a little less, probably,
Nope.
right?
It's 21 damage.
Okay.
Yeah, 21.
Gonna go
Yes,
all ankle
21
biter on
damage.
this guy.
He's looking real close, buddy.
Okay. I'm rolling again to attack. Come on. That doesn't hit him.
26 minus, yeah. That
Minus
will not
3.
hit.
And I'm not hasted because that's a magical effect.
Correct.
Oh,
Sorry.
And I don't have.
I would mean lethargy, and you don't get any turns anymore.
No, it's not.
Lethargy.
Ooh. Sure the DM didn't think of that.
Yeah,
I
but
just-
haste. I
I just
still have it.
nullified
It's
it.
just not. It's just nullified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would have get lethargic from my magic.
We'll allow that. Okay, so Carrie, before Carrie goes, actually, Moloch is going to use another legendary action for a Horrid Bite against Finn. 34
No, come on.
for
Bring it
33
on over
points
here.
of fire. Make a DC con save for
33
me.
points of
DC
fire.
26. 33 file.
Nat 20.
Okay. So you'll take half of 53. So take
53.
27 points. That was a big roll. 8d10. 27.
Okay.
And Nick Carey, it is now your turn. As you see, Moloch is just whip, slash, whip, bite, bringing Ragnar and the wizard down,
Ugh, man.
raking his claws and teeth against Vin in a horrid fashion, healing, unable to affect, crying, pain. But he too is also
question.
crying out as his wounds are bleeding lava and molten demonic blood. Yeah, what's your question?
Would Face Step be considered a magical ability?
Absolutely.
You can certainly try, but
Yeah.
I could read the spell to you, and you wouldn't like it.
Yeah.
No teleport in, no teleport out.
You could walk in though, grab him, and then walk out.
You fly. Like
That's what I did.
I'm a bird.
Fly like a bird, fly away. You can
It's-
save
yeah.
Ragnar's life, or the wizard.
I really-
Are you a big bird?
I mean, yes, but like without teleporting in to get him out, I take an AOO, and an AOO from this guy will just knock me right out of wild shape. So
What
AOL.
do you mean you take that?
like
you could attack
if-
him.
I just mean if I go in there and enter his threatened square and try to leave with Ragnar, I'm
try
gonna
and
take
leave.
a hit,
Gotcha. Yep.
and he will, he can one hit me out of this form.
Chris got his computer back.
Yeah. Finally.
Man,
So funny, Chris.
man. Okay, hold on. Here, okay. I think I have a. Okay.
I smell so bad when I play D&D. Like, so bad.
Do you really?
It is like... It's awful.
I'm glad I can't smell you.
Check it out.
Could I take a free action and try to taunt Moloch at this point?
Sure.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
I want to basically just tell him like, "Oh, look at you! Can't fight us mano a mano, huh? Got to throw up your anti-magic field."
That's right.
That you are correct. You're more right than I want to admit.
Okay.
Brandon, what kind of damage can you do to this guy? I mean, come on.
Literally, I mean, dude, I'm a
Can you
druid.
can you wild shape into anything more ferocious?
I can, but I need to. My whole turn was planned around the potential of face stepping and getting Ragnar out. So
You
now
can
I need to
change
look
your
up
mind.
No, I know, but I don't have a wild shaped creature ready. I need to look one up.
What about
Well,
I guess the collar technically can't use.
yeah, well, that's what I was about to try to experiment with, summoning one of the Fays using the collar. And then see what happens when the Fae walks in there. But I feel like,
Well, you still have that collar that was on you?
huh?
You still have that collar that was on you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because
Put it on
it's
Moloch.
Put on Moloch. Nullify! Nullification.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just try with the high faith thing, and then I'm gonna bonus action into a different creature, but it won't matter this turn, so it'll give me some time to look it up. So I summon the high fae noble, and I send him in there, and we'll see if he uses blink.
What is the magic say for that?
It really doesn't say. It just says
it
Fae
pulling-
ally
is
action.
Is it pulling him from another plane, or is it?
Yeah.
Oh, well then.
Yeah.
He's a real creature
In the wearer's
from another
most
plane.
dire need, they may call upon a high fae ally to join them for 1 minute. That's
So,
all it says.
You see the high fae step out of the Feywild, like a portal
Yeah.
opens and he steps into it. I mean, you guys can tell me what you think, but it sounds like he's not
Yeah.
a summoned creature that
Magical.
poofs away. He's an actual Fey.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was thinking.
Because it does say a creature or object summoned or created by magic. So if he's not being summoned or created by magic, then yeah.
Yeah.
Summoned via portal from the Feywild.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be able to summon him within the aura. You can probably summon him out.
Right. Can't cast anything.
That's what I'm
So
doing.
now send him
Yeah.
in. So you're gonna send him into battle.
I am.
Okay. What's his attack?
Flanking.
So, he is. What about his aura? He has an aura.
No aura. No magical
Okay.
effects.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So he's just gonna swang. He's just gonna swang. I'm just gonna roll the good old fashioned. Is he flanking?
Yep.
Okay. There is no way to roll with advantage when it's a flat d20, right? So I'm
Just
just gonna roll two
Click
of them.
Yeah.
So 12, and it's plus 12, so 24, so that's a miss. And he will try again. 14 plus 12, 26.
Is there any magic in his weapon? Like, what kind of weapon is it?
It just says Fey Claymore, melee weapon attack.
Oh.
He has a plus 10 to hit. His strength is a 22. His dex is a 23.
So a 22 strength of the frick, dude. For a little
I know.
Fey boy. I thought he was like a little Fey boy. He's a Fey man. He's a Fey man.
Oh, you know what? No, that's the. He has it. No, okay. That's
Fey
that's
boy.
the King Guard. I summoned the Noble, so it's still plus 12 to hit, but he only has a 13 strength. He has a 25 dex, so it's probably dex.
Okay, yeah, so be dex plus proficiency. So that's probably pretty accurate. So it'd actually be higher for the roll. Okay, roll damage, and then it'd be straight dice plus his dex, no magical effect.
Yeah, it's just 3d8 plus 7, so yeah, there is no magical effect
Just
on it.
3d8. Jeez, dude.
I know, right?
Can I steal this guy's sword? sword can I get
Okay,
for doing
21 damage.
Nice, and he just has the 2 attacks.
Well, he could do one other thing, but it's magical, so he can't. So
This isn't. I was meant to be a god.
He's really, really close.
oh man. And then give me, until my next turn, let me figure out what creature I'm going to turn into.
Okay, Imhotep.
Okay, one sec. I am looking
Get
through
him.
to see.
So you still have all your bonuses from your magic weapons going at him.
Yeah, but the minute they enter
once
that
they
field,
enter, yeah.
I lose all my stuff. Yeah, I do. I do.
The hit still
You-
counts, but
arrows.
the damage does not.
That damage does not matter. Does not count. I still get my to hit, but my damage goes away. The minute the arrow goes into the anti-magic field,
Yeah.
I lose
not magic.
all my stuff. I was actually gonna look at something, possibly doing something else, but I'm double checking abilities.
Double checking ability.
La habilidad se va a chequear. Se va a averiguar. Yeah. Stop it.
Yeah.
Oops, that's not what I meant.
Oh.
I'm so sorry.
A line of strong wind, 60 foot long and 10 foot wide, blasts you in the direction you choose for the spell's duration. Each creature that
Well, that's fine.
starts its turn in the line must make a saving throw or be pushed 15 feet. Okay, that's what I was looking for. So it is not what I want. It's not good enough. I didn't realize how far away I was. That's not more further away than I wanted to be. That's right.
Just fly forward and shoot him. Well, he moved as well, so
Oh, okay. I was looking at rescuing one of
Oh,
the
I see.
downed men,
yeah.
but I have a misty step, and then I have 55 feet of movement. So let me do my math again. But if I go 30 feet from where I was, and if I do 55 feet to here. I could get to them and get out, but the thing is what would the penalty be, Dennis, of dragging one of them out of combat?
Half speed.
What half speed, and would you let me heroically do it as a bonus action?
You mean like
I
grab
have
him
to
as a
double
bonus
move
action?
to get to Ragnar. I have to double move to get to him, and then I want to pull him out with a bonus action, pull him out of the anti-magic field.
How much movement do you have?
55.
Yeah, because you lose your ring ability when you get in there.
And I lose my long stride ability, which is what's giving me more. But I have speedy. With speedy is what's giving me 10 more feet. And then my long stride's giving me the more feet. I lose long stride the minute I walk in there, but the minute I step out, I get long stride back. So I'm just. You tell me yes or no, Dennis. Am I able to do it or not?
If you have the
I don't
movement,
care either way.
if you have the movement, I'll allow it.
Okay. So I misty step 30 feet. That's just so I get as much movement as I can, and then I move to here, and then I double move here, grab Ragnar, I slow down,
You're
and I
20,
grab Ragnar.
you're also
and pull him
20
out.
feet in the air, right? So
That was part of the misty step to get back down.
That was per my misty step. Boom, boom. So, and then I'm right here. That's my bonus action, double moving. That's all my turns. So I have no way of given him a potion or anything, but he's now out of the anti-magic field.
Okay. Emotep wasn't here earlier. But is that your turn?
Yeah. Is there something? Is Chris unaware of something that Emotep would be?
I think
that turn stupid.
I think you would know that he's been using his whip to pull these guys back into his anti-magic field. He's been going whip, and he can pull them 30 feet back in. And I think
freak, man.
tactically Emotep would be like,
yeah. Chris didn't know that. Emotep sees this, but Chris has
especially
no idea
since Moloch is right after you would know. Like maybe if Carrie was following, it could heal him or something. But in this case, not to like bulldoze your turn, but
no, that's not a bullying my turn at all. I would hate for
you to like be like, hey, I got him out, and then I just whip him, and you're like, what? So.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, you're right, because I would.
He's done it twice.
Why didn't anybody tell me that? Like, why wouldn't anybody tell me? So yeah,
I'm trying to figure out what wild shape to turn it into. Sorry.
Everyone turns around.
Okay.
Don't do it. Just kill him.
Don't do it.
All right.
Crimson says, "Cool. Just shoot him."
35. 21 minus 3, because if I lose 3 damage, I'm gonna go through this thing.
So I kid you not, he was on a thread of health. How would you like to do this? This is it.
Nice.
So
wow.
Imhotep has seen
I got it.
slowly
So
nicking away his health.
Imhotep flies forward, because last turn I shot 3 times. I'm gonna say that last turn goes into this turn. 3 shots, boom, boom, boom. And they're all just being deflected off of him as my arrows, these glowing arrows, hit the adamant and they turn regular and they just kind of glance off. And I fly in, and this time I shoot 2 more times, dramatic. 2 more times, both glancing off. The one arrow, Moloch kind of turns towards me like, who the heck is trying to hit me? And boom, run right in the mouth. And then right when I hit him in the mouth, I yell to Vin, and I was like, get him, Vin, finish him. So Vin, I want you to give the finishing slash, because I feel like an arrow hitting him in the mouth isn't gonna like Vin's up there. It's like boom, boom.
So you see when you hit him in the mouth,
my arrow
anti-magic field drops at that point, and then your whole avatar form can just go kicks right back in.
I should say, because Shane's not here, otherwise I'd be yelling to Shane as well. Because Austin is the one that's here. Oh, and Big Fear is right there too, isn't he? Or is it Big Fear out of it?
He is right there.
I'm sorry. I just saw your big form like 30 feet away, and so I thought you were 30 feet away.
No, he goes.
So as I shoot him in the mouth, and the anti-magic field falls, and I yell to Big Fear and Vin, finish him, and as I'm continuing shooting arrows, finish him.
So I want to grab his wings, pull him back, put my foot against his back.
Oh
and
yeah,
like pull backwards. He's kind
just
of
this colossus against a colossus. Just
yeah. And now Austin has the perfect opening on him to just finish him off.
And you can probably imagine
Crimson's
fly there too with his sword over him with Mistress Avenger.
Yep.
Together, brother. Together.
I fly up in the air and sword in hand go right into his throat.
Link down B melee attack.
Yep.
I was gonna say you should fly and slice him all the way up while you fly up.
Oh, I'll do that. Yeah, I'll stab in, fly
as Shane comes down.
Boom. Yeah.
A massive
full divine smite.
Oh yeah, dude. 1,000 damage. A full like reverberation just echoes across the top of the tower as the power of all of you guys' attacks at once just like and I'm gonna go ahead and this is super dumb. I recorded this and added all this effects and stuff. I was feeling sick at the time. I'm feeling sick now, so but enjoy. As Moloch's form begins to crumble, the very fabric of reality tears like ancient parchment of the tower. The rift bleeds celestial light, not harsh or blinding, but pure and inevitable as truth itself. Through the cosmic womb, the divine realm unfolds like a vast amphitheater of stars and flowing energy, where the gods themselves have gathered to witness this moment. Lathander appears, his presence heralded by the breaking of an eternal dawn and the shimmering scales of a brass dragon. Golden rays cascade downward, but these are not mere beams of light. They are hope made manifest, renewal given form. Each ray strikes the shadows Moloch has cast across Cormyr, and where they touch, the darkness doesn't simply fade, it transforms. Withered trees burst into bloom, cracked stones mend themselves, and the very air shimmers with the promise of new beginnings. The dawn light wraps around Moloch like molten chains, burning away not his flesh, but his capacity for despair and corruption. Sheris leaps through the plains, manifested as a huge panther of flowing shadow in silver moonlight. Her presence both sensual and terrifying. Where others bind or burn, she simply denies. With a gesture that is both dance and damnation, she ensures that no satisfaction, no twisted joy, no perverse pleasure will follow Moloch into whatever void awaits him. His final moments are stripped of even the bitter satisfaction of defiance, leaving only hollow, echoing emptiness where his pride once burned. Sylvanus rises from the very stones of the tower itself, his form composed of living wood, flowing water, and the breath of every growing thing. Ancient beyond memory, he speaks in the language of seasons and cycles, of death that lead to rebirth, except not for Moloch. With roots of starlight and branches of crystallized time, the nature god reaches into the cosmic order and simply removes the fallen archdevil from the eternal cycle. Where nature once might have reclaimed even the darkest evil, transforming it through death and decay into something new, now there is only void, a Moloch-shaped absence that nature itself will never fill. Azuth descends, but he is no longer alone. The weave itself flows through and around him like liquid starlight, and within those magical currents, Mistress essence pulses. Ancient, knowing, eternal. When Azuth speaks, his voice harmonizes with hers in impossible frequencies that rewrite the laws of magic around them. Arcane symbols of binding, older than written language, more fundamental than mathematics, spiral outward from his hands. These are not mere spells, but the very grammar of reality being rewritten. The chains of pure magic that wrap around Moloch's dissolving essence don't just restrain him, they unmake the possibility of his return, editing him out of fate's grand equation. That was cool. For me.
Yeah, that was hard.
Thunder's
That must
thunder
be
splits
challenging.
the heavens as a female form shatters the sky, but this is not the crash of a storm. It is the sound of divine justice given voice. Each thunderclap is a judgment reverberating through every plane of existence simultaneously. The sound waves are visible, rippling through the air like liquid lightning, and where they strike Moloch, they strip away his soul and power layer by layer. Mountains tremble in reverence, the seas pause their motion, and even the winds hold their breath as the goddess of thunder pronounces the final verdict that echoes from the mortal realm to the deepest reaches of the multiverse.
That's sick.
That was fun. And then one more thing here real quick. Let's see.
Tell me when you want me to say that.
Oh, we're not doing your thing. That was just for if you died.
Oh,
sorry, buddy.
he did die.
He did not die. Vin really wanted to die.
No. You sent another message.
Oh, Moloch?
Yeah.
Oh, he was supposed to do that before all that. Go ahead.
Okay. No, it's fine. We won't do
No,
it.
do
We
it.
won't
Do
interrupt.
it. Do it.
I said, do it.
No. The 9 hells. They won't take me back. My throne. My world. It was mine.
That was dope. You notice that unlike every other time you've defeated a devil, this time his body does not disintegrate and go back into the 9 hells. His body lays there bleeding out the molten lava, and the chains that are around him, the magic of the gods, they don't just bind him, they seal him away forever.
Look
And
his body.
I got one more
Look his
thing I
body.
made. I was having fun with these, and you couldn't tell.
No, it's super sick.
It's great.
My boy Sylvanus just going in.
Sylvanus has all 5 deities act in perfect unison. Their divine essences interweave like the threads of a cosmic tapestry being rewoven. The seals that form around Moloch's screaming soul are not just barriers. They are absolute statements of divine will made manifest, each one burning with the combined authority of gods who have reached across the plains to ensure that this ending is truly final. The rift in the sky slowly seals, but not before each god leaves their eternal mark. Lathander's perpetual dawn blessing the tower. Azuth and Mistress protective wards woven into the very stones. Thudur's thunderous echo promising divine protection. Sheris' silver light ensuring peace for the innocent. And Sylvanus' living vines already beginning to reclaim and purify the scarred earth below. But what else is left behind? You notice a shimmer and a flare in the atmosphere surging west.
What could it be?
A tear in the fabric of reality, and familiar words fill your minds. Give and take. The prophetic voice you heard last night returns to your minds.
Get out of my head, you crazy spirit!
With a promise and a proclamation.
The second Sundering has begun. A new age of gods and the multiverse.
Thank you, 11 Labs, for that voice.
Hashtag not
Love
sponsored
it.
yet.
Okay, so guys, that was thanks for being here. Thanks for killing my bad guy. Thanks for working through all the complications of level 20 play. Ultimately, it's a learning experience, but it was a lot of fun for me to do that. Oh shoot,
That was 3 years.
was it
Yeah.
3
3 years.
3 years?
3 years.
When we started this, Katie and I lived in Tacoma.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And
Now
I
we'll have-
lived in Fife.
Yeah. Now we'll have been
And
down here.
I was in Washington, lived in Pennsylvania, lived in Georgia, lived in Houston.
Yeah. And now Colorado.
I've been everywhere, man.
And lived in California for a minute too. And then now I'm in Colorado.
Michael,
Mikey, we just finished.
dude,
Oh.
we just did all the. You just did all of the things. You can listen to them later if you want to, but we haven't done the final thing, which I have
The
prepared
epilogue.
for you all, the epilogue. And I don't know if you guys have something prepared, but I have something prepared for you for the epilogue, and I want to share it with you because it was a lot of fun. So if you aren't listening already, get in here and listen to the media player.
How come it kicked me out?
I
stopped
stopped
sharing
sharing because I forgot that I had this.
Oh. Okay.
All right,
He forgot.
is everybody in here? This is
Mhm.
this was really fun to make, and it's one of 3 surprises for you. Love this so much.
From Drake Myers Peaks, where brass flames burn, came Vin with faith that would not turn. Latander's light within his breast, Chummert's wisdom put to test. When darkness rose to claim the throne, the Dawn's own champion stood alone.
His friends.
Just with lots of friends, but yeah. Okay.
They're coming in the song. They're
I'm
coming.
just impressed by the AI saying Lathander.
Once bound by Moloch's whispered lies, Crimson fell, then learned to rise. The weave itself did wash him clean, a Zoot's guardian strong and keen. From warlock shame to holy night, he turned his darkness into light. The spell plague tore through time's own veil, cast forward by that mystic gale. From ancient Mulhorand he came to fight oppression, break each chain. 100 years could not erase his quest for justice in's embrace. In Drake Meyer's shadow, dragon's bane, Ragnar fought through blood and pain, till wisdom showed what few could see, that each soul forges destiny. From hatred's grip he broke away, to stand as hero on that day. The Goliath fought with beast within, where man would end and bear begin. Through struggle way to balance wild with civilized day. His massive fists and gentle heart made him a hero set apart. From Mostica's distant verdant shore came Carrie through the Feywild's door. Nature's child with season's might, he brought the wild to join the fight. For friendship's sake and balance true, he faced the dark and saw it through.
Saw it through.
He's got a bit of an accent. Under.
6 heroes from 6 different lands, united not by gold or grand plans, but by the bonds that trials make, an oath that heroes never break. When Moloch rose with stolen might, to snuff out hope and claim the night, they climbed the tower, faced the flame, and carved in legend each their name. The dawn, the weave, the wild in time, justice, balance, all combined. In 6 who stood when darkness fell, and sent a would-be god to hell.
Did he say Santa would be?
Santa would be god to hell.
Then
So raise your cups and sing their praise.
Raise your what?
This is the bard.
Who saved our mortal days, when evil thought to claim the throne. These heroes proved we're not alone. Let bards across the realms proclaim Crimson, Imhotep's name. Ragnar, big fear carried to the 6 who saw the darkness through.
that's awesome.
Too bad Bo wasn't named.
Yeah, well, Thuder came and helped, so he had
Or
his
Edwin.
shout out. That'll be on Spotify, along with our other intro.
That's awesome.
But I have a... Let's see here. I can end that now. I have a. Let's go to my website. A form I need each of you to fill out for me. Because I think
Release and disclosure non-compete clause.
right.
I
think 3 years is enough to reward you all for your good job. I have a form that has a bunch of questions to vote on different things, and you guys are going to get fun little certificates for random things that me and AI came up with. So things like the highest DPS or most epic moments. And then there's also fill in the blank ones you can kind of fill in yourself. You don't have to fill them all in if you want to. But I'm going to open it up for all of our followers on Instagram as well as our YouTube subscribers, so everyone can vote. And then I will decide the final decision. But all 22 of our subscribers, and we get some views, so we might get an additional vote in there. We don't know.
You never know.
Click on?
The link on the left side, you see "Welcome, hi," or please fill out and submit this form. There should be a start button.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Let's see.
Hold on. Welcome. Please fill and submit this form. Oh, 27 questions.
Yeah, it'll be quick.
It's just a opinion based.
Yeah, and they're not all required.
Most improved player, definitely me. Betting for myself on this.
Let's see here. There it is. Okay. Along with that, which you don't have to do right now, you guys are also going to get your own shards. So there's the address in there. So fill in the address. You guys are going to get your own shards. So
Oh, nice, dude.
Pink shards for Chris for Imhotep because he had the
What?
pink shard. So you guys will all get shards. There wasn't all the colors, so some of you guys might get different colors than you think. But I think there's gold ones for the yellow shards for Bo. They're pretty cool dice though. They're pretty
That's
decent.
crazy.
They're pretty decent little dice. I think this one, like, there's these kind of clear, but they have like you can't really see in the video on the camera, but they have like stuff inside that makes them kind of shiny and special.
Dude, that's freaking sick, man.
And then, so you get a certificate. You're gonna get your shards and some stickers. There's a bunch of stickers that I'm gonna throw in there with it too. So, as a thanks for putting up with basically 3 years of D&D and the long ass campaign, and ups and downs with rules and shot calling.
Most likely to forget their character sheet. I'm pretty sure we all know who that is, right?
Yeah.
Don't say it. Don't you say it.
These are supposed to be like green for.
They look green to me.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
The red ones are pretty red.
Player most likely to derail the campaign.
Yeah,
Austin.
easy vote there.
Wow.
There you go. That's the gold ones.
Okay,
like-
Hexhammer.
Pretty cool. Yeah, Ragnarok right there.
Right, yeah. Between Hexhammer Incorporated and Ragnarok.
To be fair, one was a collective. The other one was one guy trying to do it. I didn't even join in on the Hex Hammers, to be honest. I didn't even do any role play to say, "Hey, I'll be a part of this."
And to be fair, you never were included in the Hexhammer Incorporated list.
To begin, exactly, I wasn't even invited. So, guess we know who isn't a team player.
I like how you have Edwin in here and Bo.
I had some callbacks because I think as I was listening to them, I was like, they're in the campaign long enough that they definitely are relevant for voting. You know,
Ooh, most damage in a single attack is hard because,
dude.
Is it really that hard?
Ragnar and I were pretty damn close.
I'm pretty sure Ragnar did the most damage in a single attack against Moloch, and that
During
trumps
the last
all
one,
damage
he
the
did
entire-
over 100 damage in one attack. But literally, Shane, without Shane being here, Crimson just did 93 damage with one attack. It was like super close.
Okay,
Yeah.
but on average, on average, Ragnar does
That wasn't the question.
a mass amount.
That wasn't the question.
I don't care. I don't care.
Trying to
I'm
swing votes.
submitting this into evidence.
Trying to swing votes over here.
Most likely to adopt every stray animal.
What was
Almirage?
what was the lady's name? The dragon fight that we had down in the catacombs.
Nuvarim or whatever.
You talk about the most painful moment. Or
No,
the
I mean
most
I think
epic.
that was an epic
Yeah.
battle.
Yeah, oh, totally
I just
agreed.
can't remember what her name was.
Should we listen to that song again? It was so good.
Yeah, it was good.
Most
that was a pretty good one.
creative problem solver. Who thought up
pretty
the
sure-
idea of the bag of holding? I can't remember who thought that idea up. Was that Emotep?
Yeah. It was Emotep because I was not Edward at the time.
Yeah.
Worst group decision. Welcome Ragnar into the group.
Most painful DM moment. Oh,
I think
no.
the worst group decision was going, although we didn't know it, in hindsight, it is breaking into Hundar's treasure room and
Yeah.
the anti-magic
Putting
field.
two of your character players into a bag of holding.
That was crazy.
Hashtag best time ever.
Like it was easily the worst, but also the best. Like literally, I'm gonna put that as my worst and my best moment as a group. Like,
I think Big Fear literally did start a tavern brawl.
Yeah.
No, Ragnar.
No. Someone, no. Someone tried to threaten me,
That's right.
and Big Fear got in the way.
and then also Emotep tried to start one, and then Big Fear broke it.
So wait, so
I
maybe
think
Big
most
Fear really
creative
does
character backstory was Edwin, but no one knew that because no one asked.
No one knows the 12-page document I sent this.
Of lineage and everything.
And then we killed the
lineage and the breakdown of the business structure within the Edwin's family.
Ooh, most descriptive kills? I wasn't there for everything, so I don't know.
I think I'd want to adventure with Carrie in real life.
True.
All the wild shape and fun stuff.
I don't want to put my name on this.
I need your address and stuff.
That's what you need it for?
I didn't get an address thing. I
Oh.
got an email address, not like an address.
I'll just have you guys give them to me because I don't want random people giving me addresses if they were to fill it out.
Okay, so who did the 93 damage in the one hit?
Crimson.
Crimson did.
But no, you did over 100 damage multiple times.
Yeah,
so.
you did multiple times. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
When
Oh,
you're dragon
sorry.
hunting, you're dragon slayer, but yeah, doesn't matter.
I was gonna say there was I'm pretty sure we fought that black dragon, and I'm pretty sure I had a hit of like 120 or something like that. It was pretty close. And it was because of a crit, and my sword did extra damage to
was
it.
Not me. I'll tell you that much. Unless you're counting multiple character. Unless you're talking about multiple targets included.
See, this is another one. Most likely to adopt every stray animal. I didn't encounter very many animals that we even attempted to keep.
He wasn't there
That
yet.
was-
I'm not gonna
No.
tell. Yeah, you weren't there yet
Weren't
because
there
there was a moment where I'm pretty
There
sure
was
we
a-
all know.
There was a big
who-
fight. There was a big fight, and one character wanted to keep a pet, and no, someone else did not.
Yeah.
Oh, you're okay. Now remembering that. Okay.
I don't know if you were there. Was Mikey there yet?
Mm-mm.
Well,
Was it
I
a
don't-
cat?
There's Pax.
No.
There's Pax and there's Imhotep. Like,
yeah, we either packs him because I took all the bunnies.
Okay.
I took all the bunnies. Remember, I took all the bunnies and then made friends with the wolves in the pit.
Yeah,
Bo and
Pax-
Edwin had it out over taming a blue dragon.
And then
Oh, there's also- there's
the
also
blue
that.
dragon. Yep.
then there was Pax literally going and like putting a down payment on
On a cat.
a cat at Tressum, and then you guys go back for the cat later. Turns out to be Carrie. My most
Right.
painful DM moment was when Carrie turned my bad guy into a mouse.
That's what I did as well. Yeah, when I polymorphed the guy in my very first
Slayer.
episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best
Ooh.
group decision. The creation of Hexhammer Incorporated.
Oh, yeah, true.
What, Chris? Are you done with yours?
Yeah.
So
Oh.
what was it? The worst
was
DM
Bo's-
moment. What was the question? It was like, what's the
The
worst?
most
DM
most
moment?
painful DM moment.
Most painful
Most
DM
painful.
moment.
I said the fire giants being thrown off the cliff.
Oh, that was also a really good one.
Oh,
The fire
yeah.
giants, and also when you guys fought, freed Azuth from Asmodeus, and you throw all the
Yes.
devils off. Big
Yeah.
fear, just big fear in general. But Carrie polymorphing Slayer into a mouse is also pretty painful.
Oh,
Or
that's
when we
brutal.
literally put a dragon in a freaking
That
bag
was
of
also
holding.
very painful. You guys have
You've
done
had
some
yeah,
doozies
you've
on
had
me.
some pain.
Yep.
Yeah, Hoondar is both the worst decision and the best decision for players for me. Like the worst decision was us going into an anti-magic field unknowingly
Yes.
and trying to rob an ancient red dragon. was
With two
both-
players in a bag of holding.
Yeah, which is both like the best decision, absolute worst decision we've ever made, but also ended up being the best decision because we are a bunch of level 9 characters and killed their ancient red dragon with a bag
Yeah.
of holding.
Got hell
With
of
a
it.
bag in one round.
Best plot twist. I have a really good. I really liked. What do you guys think?
I'm being biased here, but me turning on my friends.
That was good. Oh, when Godsbane
With the
came out
sword.
of
That's a good
you.
one.
When
Yeah.
Godsbane came out of me.
That was
I
really
That's a
didn't
good one. I
even
forgot
remember
about that
that.
one.
I
forgot
put
about that one.
just-
I put
Oh,
Cutter
Finn's
Darkman
sword.
turning out to be a
Cutter.
good guy and like helping with the shards.
That was a really good. I like listening to that one back. That was really fun listening to Carter.
I just put our friend the genie becoming the master of the city of
Yeah,
Wrath.
I
that was good
totally
too.
fumbled. I totally dropped the ball on the most memorable NPC because I had forgot him. But Mo and Emo, like definitely.
Yeah, I put you're right because I put no one. I didn't forget to put him. He easily is the best NPC.
for sure.
I should have put him there. I put Bo's brother because I mean I do
Yeah,
remember
he was
Bo's
there a
brother.
long
He
time
was
too.
Yeah.
he was there.
I
for
was
a while.
thinking Bo's brother. I couldn't remember his name though.
I put Cutter, but you know that's selfish. He was my brother after all.
You can be
Best-
selfish in this game.
I thought the best plot twist that I thought was really fun from me from my point of view was Imhotep being from the Spell Plague.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
a good
yeah.
one too. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's a good one too.
I just really enjoyed like licking Chris's face as he's like, what?
Wait. Greatest moment. It wasn't asked in there, but what would you guys think would be some of the greatest moments?
Mm.
Like a singular moment.
I mean, this is a rather selfish, but Imhotep's when it becomes Emotep. It was
Yeah. Oh
probably,
yeah.
was probably some of my greatest role playing moments for me. That's rather selfish, but that was some of my best role
Hey,
play I've ever
Say
done.
the selfish ones because that's how we remember them. The return of Bo for one fight.
Yeah,
was cool.
Oh,
that
yeah.
was
Yeah,
pretty sick.
that was yeah.
one of my favorite moments was the clutch nat 20 on a remove curse against Thuder as an magic octopus. Like that was
cool.
like you guys were in a lot of trouble like in that fight, and you're like, I'm just gonna full send it, and it was awesome. Also, most memorable NPC that you guys didn't get as much with because Edwin ended up leaving. But dear boy, how are you?
Oh yes! Oh,
Nathaniel
I love
Strail.
that guy
From episode
I
1
love that guy.
until Edwin left. He had a lot more to do with the
Edwin stuff.
the wizards if he had gone to Athala with Edwin.
Wasn't that didn't Carver want to kill that guy?
Yeah,
or is that just
probably.
the same voice
we
used
all
for...
wanted to kill him, and then
He was being
uncovered that he was actually a good guy. Yeah.
I don't think that changed Carver's
we were
opinion.
all like, this guy needs to die. Like he's some kind of secret agent, whatever. And then Edwin discovered that actually this guy is on Edwin's side and trying to help him.
Like I said, man, it's been 3 years since we started this.
I know.
I mean, it's not a plot twist, but a pretty decent plot point was Edwin and Carver being part of the same guild, the Shadow Thieves.
That was kind of cool.
Oh, yeah, true.
Being a wizard from the Shadow Thieves, and then Carver being, a rogue from the Shadow Thieves, which makes sense. But
oh yeah, and then don't forget to send me you guys' addresses. You can DM me or whatever.
Yep.
Oh,
I got Mark's
actual address.
Yep, physical
I
address.
think you have mine, but
Same.
I can send it to you again.
I'm gonna send you your shards. Yeah, I do have yours saved to my phone actually. Did you get my birthday gift, by the way?
I don't know.
Go check your mail.
wait, whose
dude.
birthday was it?
June 20th is Michael.
Oh, happy birthday, buddy!
Oh, happy
Yeah,
birthday.
thanks. Oh, thanks.
Wow. Happy birthday,
How's it feel
dude.
being 45?
It feels like not there yet.
Feels like not a thing. Let's see here.
How old are you?
32.
32. Cool.
Hey.
1738.
I'm not changed. I'll go check my mail
Do it right now.
after.
We'll do it right now.
How old are you? Denzel, are you still streaming?
Okay.
Yeah,
32.
live, baby.
Hey.
Just make sure you put our
I
addresses
just want to make
on
sure
the
before I
stream.
started saying racist.
I'm not changed.
You guys' addresses are popping up
I'll
on
go check my
my
mail.
on my
after.
screen. That's fine. Do it right now.
How old are you? Denzel, are you still streaming?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
you gonna dox us?
I have nothing to hide.
You're gonna get some fun stuff on mail, or people are gonna come egg your house.
Yeah.
Did you guys have anything that you wanted for your epilogue? Anything like fun or specific?
I'll do mine real quick.
Do
Are we doing them? Okay, cool.
Yeah, do it.
End it.
So Imhotep, after killing Moloch, will travel back with his group back to Sword Coast, where basically everybody's from, and will probably spend some time with his friends, being you guys, kind of realizing how much we just did in such a short amount of time, and then and then eventually we'll go back to Mintarn, check on Hexhammer Incorporated, the growth there that's happening, make sure everything is in order there.
Of course.
Establish standing orders for Hexhammers Incorporated. But then would like to recruit any of you that would like to come with him, and he's going to go back to his homeland.
Carrie's
So,
down, but
Carrie's
I will
down.
say Carrie has his own separate agenda, but
Yeah.
going and doing that with you is definitely on his agenda as well.
Cool.
Yeah, Vin would go right after, back with Chumrith, since Chumrith is there fighting the rest of the armies and devils. He'll call Chumrith back and head back to Drakemire with Chumrith, and start
Free
to cleanse.
Drakemire.
Free Drakemire, cleanse.
Well, and then Imhotep
from
would
the
definitely join Vin to help him free Drakemire, knowing that Vin would also join Imhotep to go to his homeland.
Yep.
His Imhotep's homeland being a less of a thing as freeing people from
There's just no time
current
pressure.
bodies. Yeah, there's no
Yeah.
time pressure. So at some point, Imhotep makes it home, and anybody who wants to join him goes home. And
I guess
he-
do we have to deal with the High Imascar?
so No, that's my epilogue here. So I'll tell you what my.
Okay.
So he goes into the sea of purple sand, which is where the temple to the blood hunters resides, and there he brings his friends there. And though outsiders are not welcome, but I mean, you're level freaking 20. I mean, you're my friends.
Who's gonna
So
stop us?
yeah.
Who can stop us?
Yeah. So
I mean,
we go into the temple and we find that the Order of the Blood Hunters and all the Imhotep's people who still live are part of the order still are there. The order still exists because this is not part of the movement. It's outside of that. And where he then learns that there are some people of Muhulran that still exist. Those people who are not in Muhulran at the time, but anybody who in Muhulran are gone
Because of spell plague.
it's because of spell plague, and it's just one of those things where they're just gone. Like there's no bringing them back. There's just nothing. It's just gone.
But the people that are there has 100 years passed for them.
Yeah, we're talking. This is like the second generation. I don't recognize any of these people.
Yeah, or like third or something.
Yeah. And because they're primarily humans, and so they don't recognize him except for the tattoos that Imhotep has and the powers that he has. The secrets of blood hunters he holds. They recognize him of who he is and that he was something far past. As the tattoos on my arms are rather ancient to them, right? The Imhotep takes up the mantle as the high blood hunter, becoming the top blood hunter within the order, being the only level 20 blood hunter, right? And takes over, becoming the boss of the blood hunters, and then begins a quest to reunite the people of Muhulran. Doing so, though, wants to establish peace with High Muskar. Where Imhotep only maybe a month ago would have wanted to kill them and lead a conquest through High Muskar. He instead sees what Moloch did and what happened to Moloch and what happened to Shane and what happened to Vin when they not Shane, Crimson and Vin and their quest for power and letting evil overtake them. And he learns from watching those two friends.
It's my birthday gift to Michael.
That's amazing. Is that a picture of you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can frame those, buddy.
Incredible.
I'm not just framing. I'm returning.
Return the favor.
My own pictures. I think we made a joke about this a while ago, and I forgot to do it for your birthday. You did not forget to do it for mine.
It was Sydney's idea. She's like, it'd be funny if you guys just sent each other photos. Your boyfriends, you might as well picture each other on your walls.
And so he does this with the blood hunters. He then his life's quest from that point forward, right, over years, is to find groups of Muhulrandis who are still existing and then bring them all back and bring them all to the desert, where he will establish a city of dedicated to Muhulran and his people. And we're talking years and years of this, where he pays people for information on where Muhulran people might live, and they gain them back together. And then finally, and maybe the most important thing, Hexhammer Incorporated finds its way to Muhulran in his city, and is connected to Hexhammer, and the Blood Hunters become the secret agents and the hunters and
They do the wet work.
Yeah, they do the wet work. They do the artifact hunting and things like that for Hexhammer Incorporated. And that's Imhotep. That's how he ends it. This journey. So there you go.
It's awesome.
I love that.
Well, for Carrie, and this is something I was gonna do, and unfortunately, Shane's just not here to lend his opinion to it. But through that whole fight with Moloch, Carrie did not cast his 9th level spell, the one that he has. So he does attempt True Resurrection on Crimson, but it's up to Shane whether. I mean, it literally says that the creature has to be willing or whatever, I believe, somewhere in here. If not, that's fun. So he can decide, if he's in service to his goddess, great. If he wants to come back, great. I guess we can resolve that later.
I had actually thought about this and leaving it as a choice for Crimson to start over completely and being basically level 0 and be able to live out his life without power and giving all of it up to Mystra and the Weave, or to be called back to the Weave and serve basically as an angel, essentially, or to come down in times of need. So interesting thought there. I think that's up to Crimson on if he wants to accept, because if he accepts it, then level 0, at least he gets with his love of his life, whatever. But that's cool.
Yeah. So anyways, that's like immediately after, but in general, I
think also Ragnar and the wizard get healed so that they're not dead, right? Because Ragnar, by the way, you were bleeding out unconscious and you had failed a death save during all of this.
Yeah, Carrie has.
That wouldn't have happened if I was here.
Probably not.
Carrie has plenty of 5th level and below spells, so yes, everybody gets healed.
You missed it. You missed it, Mikey. But Moloch had an anti-magic aura that he put out, so we all were like powerless.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. It did a lot.
So all of you are powerless.
He
your magical items got pretty nerfed too.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought magic still works.
Did I have magic? I didn't have I was gonna say I didn't really have a ton of magic stuff.
Yeah.
Your sword.
Everything's sword. Well, and your sword was artifact, so this is the only thing that wasn't affected. But anyways,
but barbarians are broken, so
yeah.
Exactly. So, goes kind of. I don't know if this is before or after helping Imhotep. I mean, at some point in this timeline, takes the time to find the remaining members of his order, free them from their collars, get them back. I think he, let's just say for fun, he, has the power at the level that he's at to like reform and stabilize the passageway between this realm and the Feywild that was basically destroyed during the spell plague. So, kind of like reopens that and goes back to his old homeland, and he touches base with the archdruid of his circle, and pretty much is like, hey, you know what? I think that a lot of the dangers that we faced on that plane could have been mitigated or resolved a lot faster if we had lent them our aid, and if I wasn't there by chance, things could have gone super differently. So he proposes having their circle basically have a branch over in the material plane or whatever
with
plane
the
you guys
Hex
are in.
Hammer Incorporated.
Yes, absolutely.
To oversee a neutral and balance of powers.
Yes.
Hex Hammer cannot get too strong.
And if the Archdruid's, not up for this, I mean, Carrie's like,
challenge.
I wasn't really asking for permission. I was just, asking for your blessing. But
Just
at this point, he's very happy to wear the mantle himself if it comes to that. So
I think Sylvanas will grant you power as an Archdruid yourself to go over and begin a new circle and form your circle of druids in the material plane.
Nice. Yeah. So, and then, I think once all of that is done, I still don't think he's, like a crazy wise, formal archdruid. He's, just typical Carrie. He just wants to go around and have fun adventures and such.
He just wanna have fun.
Exactly.
I forgot to mention, after Vin does this thing with Imhotep, he goes back to Drakemire and establishes a Temple of the Thander in the city.
Nice.
And is part of, now as a level 20 character, is the
Father Vin.
high paladin, of
the grandfather.
Lathander. Yes.
Yeah, I imagine like this is a whole over a year. So a lot of these events happen over like a year. Like like that first year is like saving Drakemire, establishing temple, saving Carrie's people, establishing that link, things like that. And I definitely feel like Imhotep's thing is towards the end of everything, just because it's just there's no time frame.
Yeah. Oh, and I will say, because I earned this shit, I'm a 20th level druid, so every time you see me, I don't look like I've aged very much, and that is my level 20 power. So
amazing.
As you watch as Imhotep is aging like fine wine because black don't crack.
There you go.
Oh wow!
Imhotep is still.
If I remember correctly, you were
like
more of an Arab-looking person until we got those AI images.
Egyptian.
It's African, okay.
Black don't.
So Drakemire.
Oh, also, Vin reaches out to the other temple that was in
Baldur's Gate.
Where I killed all the
you saved them, remember?
All the followers. I know that, but I go back and tell I meet with the high priest there as the high priest of my own temple, or of Lathander's own temple in Drakemire, coming together and saying like, hey, this is what happened. They are now at peace.
Nice.
And we pray together.
By the way, all shards are taken up by their gods, and so there's no more shards in the land. Instead, the gods now hold the power. In the second Sundering, the power is back in the gods, and you see a lot more awakenings and a lot more kind of stirrings from the gods. It's a whole new kind of landscape.
I was gonna ask if the shards lost their power.
They're kind of just like memories now, more than anything. But I want to hear about like Drakemire, because before, Ragnar is. His upbringing in Drakemire is much different than Vin. So what kind of changes did you guys make in Ragnar? Did you find a balance of
Ragnar?
And in Drakemire.
In Drakemire. That's a good thing. So, a good question, because you would come back with me to Drakemire.
I would. And I brought with me my pamphlets. And I converted them to Ragnarism. And
mental disorder.
It well,
we're really smart. We follow Ragnar.
It's on. Let's just say it's on brand. Okay.
Yeah, it is.
And I commissioned a new statue.
I love that you're spreading pamphlets and wanting to convert the city that Shumerith, where Shumerith literally lives.
And I'm just shaking my head like, no, man. Because I'm part of my own, or Lathander's temple, so we have conflicting gods here, Mr. Ragnar.
I mean, are they conflicting in their path and what they seek out?
I don't even know what Ragnar is seeking out.
Ragnar's
not a god. There's no
during this time, the second Sundering, Ragnar very well could create enough of a following to exalt himself into godhood. The gods are back.
Have you seen his pamphlet?
And not even on purpose.
With crayons.
He's got a great marketing department.
He can't even
and not even on purpose.
Name.
The only reason I'm doing it is I just want people to recognize me. That's it. Remember my name.
I think we both go back
traveling far and wide,
and we kill the Black Dragons and the Black Dragon cult that was there.
Maybe I'm setting this up to use Ragnar as a different kind of character in the future.
The next bad
guy.
He's the
He's
best
not
guy.
smart enough to do that.
He'd be the next big bad evil guy because he's trying to take all the power.
Maybe now that he's traveled the world and has some following.
Yeah.
He's building clout. Yeah, he's in the Bard's Tale. What about Big Fear? What was his deal?
Big Fear, after this is all said and done, returns to Baldur's Gate and sets sail back to his homeland to visit his family and to rekindle that and to live a more quiet and peaceful life after these adventures, with the caveat that should they ever need him, Hexhammer can reach out and he'll be there.
Big Fear is there.
We installed a Big Fear.
So about 5 years later, Big Fear's gone. And he gets a message from Imhotep. We need you right now.
Yep.
Big
Avengers
Fear shows
assemble.
up. Yeah. Big Fear shows up. Happy birthday!
Nice.
Could you imagine having that power and nothing to use it on? Like every so often he just goes out into a field and just turns huge just because he can.
He's like at his orchard and he's just picking out, apples and oranges and grapes, and then all of a sudden he's like, I can't reach that. Nope, yes I can.
Yeah, runes, more runes. Werebear, 35 feet tall. Ah, there it is.
Hey, we need this treatment. Oh, you already moved it.
Actually, Big Fear goes back and lives a more quiet life, but he's like gets a family, has kids, like
oh yeah,
he settles down for the adventure.
He's just using his action surge to grapple all of his children as they try to run away, and
his 52 kids that he adopts, and
yeah,
starts a tribe.
Starts a whole tribe in a village.
Well, this was a lot of fun, and I hope to TM some more in the future. But I think this is the last time that we're gonna have such a long campaign for many reasons, mostly because level 20 is really hard, but also I think having something like within the lower levels just it's more interesting gameplay, it's more interesting mechanics, and you don't always dominate everything. And I noticed that as we got higher and higher, making it more interesting and making it difficult was harder. So my band-aid was throwing bigger, badder, evil guys at you instead of making more mind games or more situations. So my learning experience from that though was that not to always rely on combat, but to look at other ways to have fun with it. And hopefully in the future we can do some of that. I have a couple of campaigns already built that I'm excited for, but I'm really excited to be a player, and I'm really excited to play Pathfinder and take a sabbatical for a little while and harass a new DM and give him some shit.
I feel like we had a lot of those puzzles early on, and you did a lot of that the planning of the world and like what we were going into, lairs and dungeons and stuff, and I felt like that was really well done early, and then it did kind of get out of hand because I could tell that you were trying to focus on trying to figure out how the hell you were going to manage like 6 level 15 plus characters.
I think Hundar, like Nuvarim in the Underdark was a pretty good one, but there were a handful where it was like there were some good ones and some not so good ones. But I also started an MBA almost a little over a year ago, and that was also really hard to balance my life. So I was like, my prep time went down, and I realized that. So I'm very happy that we were pretty consistent every 2 weeks with it. And it really wasn't until towards the end here that we started missing. But also with the big group size, I think that we're moving forward. We're just gonna have to basically, if you're not there, you miss it, and that's just gonna have to be the way it is.
Yeah, I mean, we have 7 players, 8 total people. I mean, if half of us are missing, like half of us say, I can't make it, then we reschedule, right? We talk about a different day. We talk about rescheduling. But if 1 or 2 people, possibly even 3 people, can't make it, I mean, we have 7 players. I mean, that's 4 to 5 players is plenty to play a game.
I'm honestly I'm on the side of just it's the DM's decision. Like if the DM's like, nah, let's reschedule it. Like they're the one planning out the whole thing, and like we're kind of just there to play. So if the DM says, we're gonna go, then yeah, you skip that session.
Just don't make plans.
I mean, it's usually scheduled out, and I know that everyone communicates. That's what I'm saying. Like I think it should just be up to the DM, in my opinion. But
I'm gonna pass off the mantle to Chris for the next one, and I don't know when you want to do session 0, but I'm good for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, what do we want to do, guys? So I'm gonna be Dungeon Master again. When I say again, I mean Mark, Dennis,
Yeah.
and Austin know me as Dungeon Master, and then John.
Michael
Brennan
played a bit of Star Wars.
Yeah, Michael played a little bit of Star Wars, but that was
I had you.
Yeah, we did a little bit together, but you never really got to experience the full me as a Dungeon Master. Brennan's got to experience me as the Delta Green handler. Same thing with Shane. Yeah. So we are gonna play. Pathfinder. Pathfinder 2nd edition is what we're going to play. We're starting off at first level. So it's not super overwhelming. It's first level, and the rules are similar enough to 5th edition. We're all going to take on to it very fast, but there are rules that that are different. So I mean, what, in 2 weeks after the 4th of July? Because obviously the 4th of July is this next weekend, which probably isn't going to be good for any of us. Not good for me. So the next week we all get together and do session 0 together. That'd be the
I'm going to
11th?
I'm going to be on vacation from the 10th to the 18th.
Okay.
Meaning
the 11th of July.
no computer.
Other than Mike, 11th of July, everybody?
11th of July does not work for me.
Other than Shane and other than Austin and Mike, everybody else, the 11th of July?
I think it works for me.
Should work for me. And it's just
And if it's
0
starting
too.
off, I was gonna say it's session 0, but also we're starting off level 1. Like anybody could really join in at really any point at that time. Like, it's not gonna be like a big.
I think it's just nice to have the assistance of everybody for the character building and deciding and
For the
stuff.
character building, as well as the world building we're going to go into created. Now, when I say that, like it kind of becomes scary. Everybody goes like, "Oh no, somebody else's world." The world, how I world build is, you create your character, and I build a world around your characters, not a world that your characters are built into. So, like, I have the general idea of the world, and have some of the rules that the world follow. That we have the rules that are followed in the world that we all must follow. But how your character, like even to the point of like your race and your class, I have ideas, but it's all going to be created by you guys and how that interacts with the world of its own. And so it's going to be my this own world, level 1, all common races. That might not make sense to anybody who hasn't looked at Pathfinder before, but Pathfinder has about 100 different races, and we are going to stay to the common races, which means just that's still 12 races, and each of those races have like upwards of 10 sub races that you can pick from, that are called heritages. So it's plenty of choice. If you can't find a race you like with that, you have other problems.
Is that also Dungeon D&D Beyond?
No, it's going to be on. If you go into the Discord down to Pathfinder 2E, you go into links. There are 2 links there. That's my Google Drive. The Google Drive will you can download the actual PDF of the player's handbook, and then the Pathfinder 2E pathbuilder2e.com is the website we're going to use for our character creation. It is so Pathfinder, for those who don't know, does not every single thing that's Pathfinder is open source, which means there is every single book they've ever created is online on a website for free. They don't hide a single thing behind a paywall.
Wow.
The website hides a couple things behind a paywall, but the website is not a Pazio website, so they're just trying to make money, right? The website's trying to make money, but it's a one-time purchase for $5 if you end up using what they don't give for free. But the only thing that they have to pay for is if you end up having like an animal companion. And if you have an animal companion, you can still use it, right? You can still follow animal companions on the side screen. But if you want it in that character sheet, you have to pay like $5 for it. But if you don't have an animal companion, then everything's free, 100% free on that website. And like I said, Pathfinder, every single thing on that website also is you can click it and it'll take you to the SRD, which is the Pathfinder standard rules. And so you can read the Pathfinder rule on the website through our character creation.
For those that don't know, Pathfinder spells are a lot better.
So much fun. Yeah, I'm definitely excited.
So session 0 will be a combination session of going over rule changes from into Pathfinder 2e. There's a handful of rule changes we'll talk about. And then we'll go over the world we're in and cut some of like the framework foundation of the world. And then we're going to go straight into character creation. Building characters together. And for those who don't know, it is going to be a hex crawler. And it's going to be far more on the level of survival. We're going to really go into the more hardcore aspects of D&D. Long rests in Pathfinder do not regenerate all your hit points.
Barely any, especially at low levels.
Barely, especially at low levels. Barely
your level
any
plus
hit points.
it's your level and potentially the homebrew of your level plus your con modifier.
I know there are ways to get around that, which is one of those ways is medicine check. Guess what? Medicine checks and using medicine kits all of a sudden becomes something that's usable, and you actually want a member doing it.
And the whole the best thing of 2E is that they completely revamped the entire system for successes and failures. So there's critical failure, success, critical success. So your role actually matters quite a bit on a much broader spectrum, which is exciting.
Yeah. So we'll talk about all that. And that's my brief introduction. Are you still streaming?
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you say the best way to? Oh, sorry.
No,
sorry.
go.
Would you say the best way is to open the core rule book and to like look at the races and classes, and then to go into the website and fill it out, or is there enough information in the website to get?
There's enough website on the website.
Okay.
I would still open something up because there are 22 classes. That's something. Well,
each one of them has
in the rule book, the core rule book I have linked is just the base races and just the base classes. They do not include the advanced races and the advanced classes.
Well,
so
we're not doing advanced races, right?
Well, when I say advanced, they even I think orcs aren't even in the core rule book.
Gotcha. Is it okay? So it's like 2E, but it's not the additions, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a Xanathar's guide, right? Adds things. So they don't have like the Xanathar's guide and the all those Mordekainen's or whatever is not in the core rule.
But it's like you could be an orc, but not an Oraka or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you do new character, core only, or are you use remastered rules, allow adventure paths?
Remastered rules.
What about adventure paths?
I will here. I'll for those.
Yeah, I think
who
just
do wanna work on it right
so
now,
if
I'll
we
stream it
want to
right now.
mess around
Yep.
with it,
Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
like to
with
come
it.
up with an idea.
Cool.
I'm
So
already trying to look at it, and I'm not.
I'm streaming my thing right now. So new character. You're
Okay.
gonna want to go use remastered rules. And so basically, that whatever it has like
Default.
you're
Yeah.
gonna keep default, and then click get started.
Cool.
So and then you're gonna see it lays this out all the way to level 20 for you. So you're gonna start from the very top, and you're just gonna work your way down. And of course, you can bounce around as you can mess up things or whatever. If you're gonna move your mouse over here, this is where you change your level. And the only way to see your level change is by changing it here. Otherwise, your character sheet does not change. So if you want to see what a third level character, yeah, it's so there it changes there. That's your character name, right? Is up there. That's how you change it there. And then you can none of these you can click on because they're all based in here.
It's important to note that thing on the side, that whole scroll bar, fill it out entirely, and all it does is it's a guide plan, so that way you just activate the next level up as you get it.
I would say if you want to pre-plan, go ahead. But also there's a lot to digest. So you might just digest your first and maybe your second level before you're going too deep, because there's a lot to digest that's very different than 5th edition.
Well, because 5th edition, it was you pick a class, you pick a subclass, and that's it. This one, every single level up, you have choices to make.
And you stick to common races, ancestry.
Yep. Stick to common races. So that'll be these guys here. None of these guys. Okay, no uncommon, no rare. Stick to your common races. Okay. And then you have all the backgrounds here. I don't care. We don't care what background we're choosing here. Just keep in mind that they are considered. There's an uncommon and then rare. The reason why these are listed that way, some of these are very specific to campaign settings. And so sometimes you will read it and you'll not understand how that's going to affect this game. It's probably because it's not going to. I'm trying to find one. I know there's one here that is very obviously like just not going to be something that for one more thing, for as you kind of start thinking about your characters, you are not heroes. You are not the chosen one. You are not some blessed divine being. You are adventurers. And all of you, in some way, in session 0, we're going to come up with a way how you all know each other. All of you, one link that all of you have is you're part of the Pathfinder Society.
I have this pamphlet to show you.
So all of you are part of the Pathfinder Society, and you are adventurers. You'll have your own idea, but you're not a chosen one. No god chose you for anything. There's no grand life that you have. You can be heroic and be awesome in the sense of being an awesome character, but it's like there is no cosmic.
It's not that
reason.
kind of campaign.
Yeah, you're just not a.
And
we're
to
not
your point
chasing
earlier
Moa.
too is we could die, and it's gonna be more hardcore rules, right? So it's not like it's not like it's the end of the world either. If something happens,
it is much, 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 much harder, much grittier.
It could be. You could. There's a lot of homebrew in Pathfinder that you can make it less and less
deadly,
hardcore and deadly. We're gonna stay on the deadly side, and as we play, if the deadly things feel as a group like it's becoming unfun, then we can dial it back. But I think this group, we will all enjoy a more deadlier, harder core game. And one of the hardcore things I'm doing is every single roll is going to be open.
What does
So
that mean?
every attack roll, spell attack, everything I make, and all my damage rolls are gonna be completely open to you guys to watch me roll.
Oh, okay.
Which means if I roll for nat 20 and that would kill you, you guys
You're
saw
dead.
it. I can't fake it. Like
Okay.
where you might have as a dungeon master be able to pull back something like that, like to not kill a player character. And this one, you see my rolls, you see what's happening.
My
And
only
it's the same thing goes the
petition-
other direction. Is you're in a boss fight and I roll nat 1. You saw my save. It's just you saw it. What you're not going to see is my stat blocks. So because there's a little bit. Sometimes I always like to say this. Every adventure, every combat you run as a dungeon master, that is the first play test against your players. You never get a second time. You never get to play test your encounters. So there's sometimes you overtune it or undertune it, and how I'm going to have to affect that would be hit points and maybe like other things on their stat block, which would be behind the scenes if I feel like I overtuned or undertuned it for the counterless purposes that I wanted.
So the only thing that I'll ask for, if not out of the gate, then, if we are seeing multiple character deaths, will be allow up to uncommon ancestries. Because I think with 8 players remaking multiple sets of characters, the 8 core races is gonna get, it's just
Monotonous.
uncommon just allows for more fun. You know what I mean? We're not all just a bunch of dwarves or whatever.
I hear what you're saying, and part of the reason for uncommon being outlawed is just my world that I've created. There's a reason for it. There it's not just because I wanted you not to be a centaur.
I'm gonna be a centaur rogue.
I have a question.
It's the fact that how centaurs in centaurs in this world are different than in other worlds.
I have a question though.
So that's kind of my thing, Brennan. There.
Okay.
You did say that you were gonna build it off of our characters, not pre-planned.
And what's your
However,
point?
well, I think I just made it. But regardless,
I know
what
I didn't because I said I build it around there, but I also said common only. Like that was the very first thing I said.
No, understood. I think what we're trying to say is if it comes to the point where we're all just dying a lot, it might not be as fun to continue playing.
I feel like you guys think I'm gonna murder all of you. That's
I'm
not the
hoping
purpose.
you do. I want to sit on a
Listen,
trap and have
the
my
purpose
head
isn't-
cut off.
The purpose isn't to have a body count. The
You
purpose
can certainly
is
try.
The purpose is that you guys that there is the fear of death is real, which I think creates a funner game.
I reject your
I was
statement
just-
on no body count.
I was just using the possible multiple character deaths as a vehicle to push the agenda of I just like being random races. But I get it. We'll start. We'll go with the.
Yeah,
We'll go
I wanna be a
common,
hobgoblin.
boys.
There are so many choices under your heritage that you can create a dwarf that's different than the dwarf you played before. Like to the point of like being so incredibly different that I don't feel like that's gonna be an issue.
I'm gonna
I
be
just want
playing an
horns.
Edge of Tomorrow dwarf. Okay, I'm gonna die and come again. Just gonna come right back. Sorry,
but
I'm not trying to be difficult. I'm trying to also say.
Wait, so who else
to
playing
Brendan's
dwarf?
point- I'm definitely already thinking about it, but
Wait, you guys play dwarves?
I'm not as familiar with D&D in and of itself, mechanically, historically, the different systems, right? Like even different things you can and can't do, right?
Same.
And I get that there's rule books, I get that there's things that I can read and review, but I still won't have a full understanding of all of it. And I've learned a ton from the campaign we just played because I was also playing in levels that a lot of other people don't play in, and I got to experience a lot of things. However, I can just foresee we're planning this all out. My character dies. I shouldn't have even made that step or done that thing, but not knowing I did it. Build another character, same thing happens again and then again and again.
Well, TUI will be a learning experience for everybody, though. So
So
as far
make
as
5
the
characters.
the character deaths, I think the best way to handle that is either play a tanky character or I think the problem is we're afraid that like Chris came out right at the gate saying like, "Hey, you could die," not meaning you are going to die.
No, I know.
Like, we
Yeah,
can
and
say-
you will go down more, but you won't necessarily permanently die all that more often per se.
right.
I think I think you're right. Probably overthinking it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Like I'm really attached to the character I've built already, so I don't want him to die.
But
Like,
that's
it's not even,
but that's also kind of where I'm at. Like
You're just
I
worried
built
that
a
I have to
character
make another
hoping to
character.
play it.
The learning curve will be back.
Well, not just the learning curve, like the interest of coming back. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of what I'm afraid of.
I don't know how to help that, Mike, because
No, I know. I understand.
I don't, because there's a level of like the love of loving your character to the point of fearing his death. All of a sudden you become less of a risk taker as a player, which is also very accurate to a character in a game which they could die.
Yeah.
Like you're less likely to run into a fight that you know you shouldn't run into if you don't want to re-roll a new character. And because like an example might be in 5th edition, often we as players don't ever fear going into the combat put in front of us because we know we're going to win.
Yeah.
But that's because everybody is the chosen ones typically, and we're like these heroes saving the world. And you're adventurers going adventuring, and there's gonna be plot points and things that are gonna pull you into the world, and things that you're gonna feel like you're heroic or whatever, which is good things. And if you jump into you see a group of whatever they are, orcs, that you're going to fight, and they outnumber you. And as a player, you go, hold up. Like, we're not just going to jump into that, are we? Like we just had a hard time killing a couple of these other guys over here that was outnumbering us. Like that's the kind of thought process we want to have, because that's the kind of thought process your character would have, because like they don't want to die, just like you don't want your character to die.
Not only that, but running away is an option.
Right.
Like we don't have to fight things. We're not the chosen ones. We can save our own skins occasionally.
And there's a lot of mechanics involved in classes that go into stuff like that, so it doesn't always just have to be stand and bang combat type of stuff. So yeah, to embrace that allows for your character, if they're utility driven, to get a lot out of it. If they're combat driven, to get a lot of different ways to play the game.
Dennis, what class are you looking at?
All of them right now. There's so many to choose from.
There's so many to choose from.
I originally thought I would come in and play a bard because I love playing bards, but I'm like, it's Pathfinder. Why not try something new?
Well,
Right,
a bard and Pathfinder plays like it did back in 2E, Dennis, like Baldur's Gate, where you sing songs.
I love that.
So, like, a bard plays far different in Pathfinder than it does in like 5th edition. Like, you're buffing your allies as a bard in Pathfinder massively.
Chris, I haven't looked. Have they put Scalds into 2E yet?
No. It's
The Scald class is no, not the actual class. No.
Okay.
Though they might have. Let's look class feature. Let's see if they have a Scald dedicated.
So I've my character's a summoner. Because something totally different. I've never done something like this before.
Yeah, summoners are awesome.
I'm
So we're
being a
getting-
witch.
All classes or just core classes?
All the classes.
All
like 26 of them or whatever it is.
Okay.
22.
22.
Wait. Oh, all classes. Oh.
So some cool classes that I've seen. The Kineticist is a really cool looking one.
Yeah, Kineticist is basically the avatar.
It's what the avatar should have been in 5e, but it wasn't.
Yeah, it's basically, if you want to play like a airbender, firebender, earthbender kind of guy, Like that's literally the kineticist.
And what's cool about them is they actually are a constitution-based class too, so you can stack up your defenses.
So because a lot of you guys are looking at it right now, I guess I'll talk. In Pathfinder, there are 3 actions a turn. These 3 actions can be used to move, attack, or perform abilities of your class. And there's a list of actions you can perform on your turn. Perform any of those actions. Everything has an arrow next to it, and those arrows signify how many actions that ability takes. So that's most commonly found like in spells. But there are physical abilities as well. So I'll just throw one out here. You can see on my character sheet. Here, I'll go with the fighter because the fighters are easier to show everything.
I was gonna say, I think one of the coolest things to show is the spell heal.
So in a you can see as you look at this fighter, they have the arrow next to it. That means for agile, shield, grip, that takes 1 action. Double slice takes 2 actions to do double slice. Vicious swing takes 2 actions.
Oh, interesting.
And this one here, that's an arrow that has nothing in it. That's a free action, and you have 1 free action on a turn. Then you see this little weird arrow thing. That little weird arrow thing is a reaction. You only get 1 reaction per round. Not only those with the reaction to make attacks of opportunity get to make attacks of opportunity. So basically,
if you don't have a reaction, then you don't.
If you don't have a reaction, you don't get a reaction.
I see.
So,
so it's very technical.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I'll go to, like Mark said, into spells, where spells get really fun. We'll go spells. You can see that most spells are 2 actions. Then you get some that are 1 action. Okay, and then some that are 3 actions, which means that your entire turn is to use that spell, cast that spell. But if you go this one here, you can see this one. Let's go to heal.
Go heal. I like heal.
Heal right here. You can see that this spell can take 1 action, 2 actions, or 3 actions, depending on how much and what kind of effect you want to apply. You can take 1, 2, or 3 actions on your turn. So, oh wow is right, Mike. Spells become a lot more dynamic.
Read the first.
It's more situational.
Oh yeah.
It gets better than that. Listen to this on the 3 different do on this one.
So healing is like anything that has this kind of a thing is this cool. We're going to use heal. So 1 action, the spell is a touch range. So you just touch your ally, you heal them for 1 action. 2 actions, the spell now has a range of 30 feet. And then you restore it, and you restore hit points. And
it gets 8 more hit points restored.
Yeah. And then a 3 action, you now disperse on 1 turn. Everybody within 30 feet of you is healed. It's a burst of healing.
No, that makes
area
sense.
Effect healing. Yeah.
It's the amount of energy being put into the power.
Yep.
And similarly, like I had said earlier too, like spells, being the best example, if you critically fail a spell versus if you succeed a spell or fail it, it's not just like you take more damage. You are going to have totally different outcomes.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Here's a good one. Celestial Accord. Not sure what this spell does. I don't care either. What now? But you see here, there is critical success, failure, and critical failure rules for that spell specifically. So when you cast the spell, based upon what your roll, you can have a differing effects if you get a success or critical success, failure or critical failure. Some of them, like bless, it's just bless, right? Bane is just bane. So some of them are just what they are, but a lot of them are a number of them change based upon your success rate.
Sorry, real quick before you move on. Heal. It's important to know this as well. That the heal spell does what is it? Is it positive energy?
Mm-hmm.
Positive energy and negative energy, is that what it's called in here? Or?
Yep. Yeah.
So it does positive energy, which means any living creature that you want to heal will be healed from it. But if you choose to do the burst, any undead creatures will take that same amount of damage instead of healing. So you can heal and damage undead on the same turn.
I do think you have to choose. I do think you have to choose.
No,
don't
no, you
think you
don't.
See here, look at so you can. We can get into it as we get into it, but I've listened to a
channel
lot
vital-
of 2E.
You channel vital energy to heal the living or damaged. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Thank you.
Or-
yeah.
or
See, it's
damage.
always
Oh,
it's
or.
always we're all learning, right? Pathfinder's new for
Yeah.
me too. Yeah.
Yeah,
But you could burst out and deal damage to a bunch
tons
of
of
zombies.
damage.
So,
Yeah, well, and
yeah,
especially
it's
at
just
like early levels, this may be your only your only tool against an undead if it comes up.
I hear you. It goes from. Oh, sorry. I was just trying to be funny. Continue.
Oh, sorry. In terms of movement, one action is your entire speed. So if you have 20 foot movement, you move 20 feet in an action. You can use a second action to move 20 more feet, and use your third action to move 20 more feet. So if you have 20 feet in a single turn, you could move 60 feet. Now, and the next one is attacks, melee attacks, as well as anytime you roll an attack roll, you can theoretically make 3 attacks as a level 1 character. Your first action, you take a strike attack. Your second action, you take a strike attack, and your third action, you take a strike attack. Now, all of you might be thinking, what's the catch, right? First one, no penalty. Second one, -5 to your attack. Third one, at -10 to your attack. So the more attacks you do in a turn, the higher penalty it is on your attack roll.
Okay.
And the classes that are built to do those things
really well.
Some at level 1, some at later levels
Fighter.
take less penalty.
Ranger.
Yeah.
There are some classes that are built around just making lots of attacks in a single turn, while other classes you're not going to want to. So what do you do instead? There's lots of actions in your class feats and in your skill feats that will give you options, as well as it turns into a lot of other more weird because they don't use them in 5th edition actions, such things as demoralizing. You take an action to demoralize your opponent. Tripping. You take an action to trip your opponent, to shove your opponent, to knock them prone, whatever it is. Immediately, things like knocking somebody prone becomes better in Pathfinder than 5th edition, because to stand up from being knocked prone takes an entire action to stand up. So by pushing somebody on the ground, you now force that enemy to burn an action to get to their feet. So lots of things.
It makes stuff like, hey, I used a spell that did a slow, like crowd control, stuff like that isn't just damage but utility. Hey, maybe the boss succeeded but didn't critically succeed against your effect, so they're slowed 1. That means they can't use their 3 action freaking nuke on the team. Like, you just feel like you have more impact with little stuff.
The next one, and just keep in mind, is concentration. Works different than in 5th edition. Not everything has concentration, and not everything that has concentration actually requires you to you can have multiple things concentrated on in a turn. What you must look for, and do you remember one off the top of your mind right now, Mark, that says sustained?
There's a level 3 one that I know of, but
Bless, right?
No, Bless doesn't have to sustain.
Does it not?
It's just 1 minute.
It to... Oh, okay.
No, it's just 1 minute duration. So an example would be Bless. On your turn, you spend 2 actions. You bless your party. Bless is up. You can now cast Bane your opponents and bless your opponents, and have both active.
Concentration, all concentration is just a way of saying, like, there's certain things that make it so you can't concentrate anymore.
Yeah.
It's not that you have to maintain concentration like you do in 5e. The one that you do have to do that on is called sustain spells.
Yeah, let's see.
And what they do is you'll cast the spell for like 3 actions, and then on your next turn, you can just spend 1 action to sustain the spell, and then keep doing and then still have your 2 actions. There was a level 3 one that was like in the primordial that was like tornado or cyclone or something.
There you go. This one just, I mean, it's the first one that comes out. Right here it says duration sustained. What does that mean? That means on your next turn, you spend an action to sustain that spell. So, anyways, for spellcasters, there's a lot more dynamicness.
Yeah. Like there's one that I liked a lot where you create a tornado basically out in an area, and then it's like 3 actions to create it. But then on your next turn, you can move it for 1 action and maintain the spell, and it keeps doing the same amount of damage. So you can just have this huge tornado. You're just moving around the battlefield for just 1 action.
Dennis is gonna get engrossed in this. I can tell. Like he's already
So
he's
many
already
things to look
deep
at.
into it. Oh, there's so much. There's so much. So much. It's so great.
Champions are basically the paladins, but they can be
Yep.
different than like the paladins.
Paladins.
Barbarian, cleric, druid, bard. Those are all basically the same things. Exemplar's kind of interesting. I don't know if you'd want to read or remove that one or not, but based on the
Oh, we're
lore.
gonna keep them all. We're gonna keep them all.
All right.
Yeah.
Fighter, gunslinger, veteran. So I'm looking at building a summoner. Never mind. I'm not looking at. I have built a summoner.
I'm building a summoner.
You son of a gun.
No. I'm reiterating what you were correcting yourself to.
Yeah.
One
I have
thing
built
that, and maybe you guys have noticed, maybe you haven't, is your race gives you hit points.
Yes. Also, there's no rolling on stats.
And there's no rolling on hit points for your class. Your
It's all
class
max.
gives you a hit point. It's basically max. Yeah, it's max hit points. And then your race also gives you hit points. You only get that hit points 1 time at first level, but that makes your first level character a little more beefy. Oh, one more thing that's a very important thing as you build your characters to think about is shields. Your shield bonus is not inherent to your armor class. You must spend an action to raise your shield up to have your shield as your defense. And then shields have their whole other rule that's really fun. If anybody of you interviews use shields, we'll talk about how shields work.
Michael like this one.
But I really like how they use shields. Shields are more than just this thing you strap to your arm in 5th edition. You get a bonus to armor class. Yay! Shields in Pathfinder are so much more dynamic and used. Like it's really fun.
So, Mike, here's the fun rule in this one. Any attack that exceeds 10 over their armor class is a critical hit.
It's same thing with the fumble. If it's 10 under.
Yeah, 10 under.
Yeah.
I'm confused what that means.
So you know when you roll for an attack, and like say the enemy has a 17 armor class, right?
Okay.
And you roll like 30, but you didn't roll a nat 20. Doesn't
Still
matter.
crit.
It's a crit.
Because it's 10 over with their classes.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
Well,
I
let's
was
say
like,
they
10
had a
over?
17 AC and you rolled a 6.
Yeah, it's you critical fail.
You critically failed.
Oh, that sounds
And it's
like
the same
fun.
thing with
And they
DCs
also critical damage is different, and critical damage it will always feel awesome in Pathfinder because it is double damage, not double dice. So what that means is if you have a +4 to your strength and you roll 2d6 damage for a greatsword. So let's say on a greatsword you rolled 1-1 and you get a +4 to your strength. That's a 6. And that means that whole damage, that 6, is double to 12. instead of rolling, 11 on the die plus your 4. Okay, that's awesome. I have 14 damage. I critical hit and you roll, and you roll snake eyes. It's like, oh, okay. I literally did 1 more damage than I can normally do. Right? You're just like, oh, yay, my critical hit was basically dumb. And this one, it's every critical hit's gonna feel like a critical hit because it's your whole damage times 2. And even more fun is I have the critical damage, critical hit cards that we're gonna play with.
Nice. I love that.
Oh,
which are
also-
only going to be in effect on a nat 20 roll. So if you roll a nat 20 crit, you get to pull a card and you get to do additional effects on your critical hit.
So the other thing is spells can and spell attacks can critically strike as well.
That's the same thing with 5th edition.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if it's a targeted attack, yeah.
But what Mark really is trying to say is, even things that are not attack rolls can have a critical success. Yeah.
The saves, if they're 10 under and they critically fail, it does double damage as well.
It does, or
better effects.
Better effects.
Yeah.
Or worse effects, depending on which end of it you're on.
Yeah, which way is it? Yeah. We are not going to play one thing we're not doing in our heart. Critical failure and missing your attack already feels bad enough. We're not going to add on. We're not going to we're not going to roll like a fumble where you lose your weapon because you critically fail. That's just, you already missed your attack. We don't need to add more like that. It just already doesn't feel fun. But and this is a home brew rule. Named characters can critically hit. Well, it can draw a card for critical hits. Normal monsters will not draw cards for critical hits.
That's fair.
I'm gonna go, guys.
But players always get to draw a card on that 20s. See you, Austin. See you. Anyways,
what is Brennan looking at right now?
I mean, probably. Well, I have to really dig into it, but I mean, investigator is I think what I'm leaning towards. But I'm also very partial to the psychic.
Oh, I was looking at psychic as well.
Okay, then you do that because I'm pretty excited about investigator.
I'm not set. Yeah, I'm going to create a couple characters and decide.
Yeah. Whoa. Because then don't forget the fact that how many backgrounds are there? I don't know, like 100.
Yeah.
So many backgrounds.
It's funny. Are we going to get the reverse of what we had last time, where our last campaign everybody was melee fighters, and now we're going to have all spellcasters?
A bunch of spellcasters and like softer characters.
Well, I'm looking at gunslinger.
Ooh.
Gunslinger's dope.
Gunslinger's dope.
Dwarf gunslinger.
Ooh.
Very